just so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, 'cause nobody made us. And no one can take this, 'cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with this.
Good morning. It's Monday. Yeah, here we are.
Starting off on a Monday.
Let's get this thing started, man. How's everybody doing? Got Amanda and Chad in the house today.
How y'all
What's
doing
up,
this morning?
everybody?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How was y'all's weekend? What'd y'all do?
Exciting, busy. Everybody kind of came out of the cold and stuff on Friday and Saturday, man. It was awesome. Yeah.
So what was going on?
Just busy.
Just stay busy at the shop?
Yes.
Yeah, did you hit a big number on
Yeah, probably like 12, 15 Friday and a good 20, 25 Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, that was
Man, that
like,
is a lot of piercing
Nice.
yeah,
right
I
there.
was steady all day. I don't think I sit down that many twice.
Wow.
Awesome days.
How about
I
yourself,
was just
Amanda?
say, was you busy?
Saturday.
Saturday was
Saturday
busy.
was really busy. Friday, the past few weeks has not been real busy.
We've been, yeah.
But they've been messy Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and where we're at, I mean, you kind of have to go down a little
Right.
thing into
No,
the,
there's snow
thing.
and ice. You're not
Exactly.
playing with
But
it.
luckily it's Saline County, so I mean, shoot, those roads were clear.
Yeah.
But we actually had somebody reach out to us to reschedule their Saturday booking, which I found kind of interesting. But they lived in Hot Springs Village, and if you're
Yeah.
familiar at all with Hot Springs
man.
Village, you know.
That's the whole.
Yeah, the majority of it is shaded. It's hills, it's curves, it's
Yeah.
tight, turns. So totally get that.
Yeah, a lot of people think Hot Springs Village is pretty close, but it's really not.
No.
It's about
No.
40 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's not even close really to Hot Springs.
It's a whole other
Misleading.
thing. Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't as familiar with it until like around COVID. I had a friend that lived in Hot Springs Village, and we would go over there for gatherings. So we'd get over there and get all woo woo and sage up and.
You can buy some properties there for
Man.
low dollars.
Man.
Now, most of them need to be renoed,
Absolutely,
but you can get some deals if you're looking for a deal on a property.
it's nice and quiet too.
Boy, it is quiet over
Man.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a good weekend. Sold a couple properties, which was nice. I'd been
You paid the price for it though, a little bit, didn't you?
Well, I did. Let me get to that because I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I did. That property I talked about in Conway, the one where they could kind of, come
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Man, we had somebody call me from a sign, and it was a young lady and first-time home buyer, and her mom and dad were in town. She goes to UCA, and we're looking for a place, and met with them and talked to them, and they got super excited because she could kind of pick a lot of the different
Right,
things.
right.
And so we went back and forth for a little bit and came to a term, and it worked out great for everybody. So
Sweet.
that was awesome. But
It is.
to your point,
Uh-oh.
on Friday, I think it was Friday, yeah. Had 2 inspections that day for homes that had already sold. And the second one, when we walked out, I looked down and I knew. I mean, there was
knew.
ice there. And I said, the millisecond before, I said, be careful. And then boom. Next thing you know,
man.
everybody's standing there, right? Everybody's
Everybody.
there. All the clients, everybody's there. And I just, boom, went face first, and I caught myself on my fingertips on the right hand, and all the weight, and I thought I broke my arm, honestly.
Yeah.
Imagine.
They were like, you should probably go to the doctor, and I was like, let me just ride it out a couple days and see.
Sell this house
Yeah.
first.
Good, got to pay for that
Let
doctor's
me get
visit.
this finished. But yeah, no, it hurt real bad.
Imagine,
man.
Well, I
Yeah.
couldn't move my arm up or anything, but
It sucks when you fall at these older ages. It hits
well,
different.
it does,
man.
and that's
It
exactly
really
what
does.
I told a friend of mine. I was
Sneezing
like,
at this age
Yeah.
is a
Pee
whole different
yourself.
thing.
don't
Pull a
know.
rib out.
It's not fun to admit that 10 years ago, if that happened, I did bounce right up.
Right.
Well, of course you
but
did.
that's ego and pride.
Exactly.
Right.
That shit's fast.
That,
We're maintaining.
that wears off quicker as
So
we
I
get older.
jumped up and I said, I'm all right. And he goes, man, you're going to hurt
Shit, I'm
tomorrow.
good.
Right.
I said, probably. But But yeah, man, I was like, oh no, I broke it, and but Laura was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it was humiliating,
Throw
to
some
do that.
mushrooms at it.
Yeah, no,
That's a good pain
I
relief.
probably will.
I know you love to provide just an all around like 12-point, 50-point service, whatever.
Yeah.
But this is one of those things you don't have to do for your clients is like take the fall
Take the
for
fall
them.
Right.
for
Yeah.
it, man. No,
You don't have
I'm
to.
trying to get
Do it
past
literally
that.
and
Yeah,
figuratively.
No, yeah, no doubt
Balance
about
it out.
Yeah, I
You
need
don't
to
have to
work
be
on it.
everything to
No,
everybody.
No, I clearly, I should have known better than wear those stupid slick ass shoes.
Oh,
I
man.
Did you look good when you fell though?
I know I looked great. I looked great until I fell, and I didn't.
You didn't ruin those
You
shoes,
pose
did
when
you?
you hit the
No,
ground.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
right. But pop it
I
out.
wasn't on there long enough.
Have you seen the ground?
Have you seen the guy that goes around and is just, I don't know, it's like videos of him walking in random clothes or whatever, and all of a sudden it's like it's almost like lava or something. He'll stop and freeze, but it'll be like a pose for Hugo Boss or something. I'll see if I can
No,
find it, show it to you because
that's
it's
interesting.
hilarious.
Strike a pose.
He basically does. It's wild.
All right. I want to get to some news, but first I want to do something. We have a new sponsor today, so let's see if this button works properly, and let's try to do this. Let's talk about staying sharp and energized all day long without jitters or crash. I have been checking out this Nectar Energy nootropic pouches, and trust me, they're really a game changer. If I'm grinding through prep for the show, if I'm recording late, just powering through the day, these pouches give me the brain boost I need. They're packed with cognizant for focus, just the right kick of caffeine. They're sugar-free. They're portable. They're really, really honestly effective, kind of like an espresso shot, but better. And here's the best part. You can try them, too, with an exclusive deal just for you. Head over to www.nectar.energy and put the / Patrick and the People Show. You can use the promo code Patrick and the People Show at checkout and get 10% off your order. And not only do you get to fuel your day, but you're also supporting the show. So keeping us going strong. So ditch the energy drink slump. Get some of this Nectar Energy pouches. And I think you're going to like it a lot more than just a regular energy drink. So check that out. All right, let's get back to it here and get to some news that you can use. So here's what you need to know. Texas officials say a measles outbreak is reaching historic levels, at least 90 cases identified in the South Plains region, 16 people hospitalized. Majority have been teens and kids. Most are unvaccinated. Now health officials are warning of a possible measles risk at Texas State University in San Marcos. The outbreak has also spread to New Mexico, where 9 people are infected. Yeah, the basic vaccines are still good. Probably should still use them.
Right.
Or get them if you didn't have them, The Universal Studios new Texas theme park is opening next year. I didn't even know. Did you know that they're opening a Universal in
That's
Texas?
awesome, man.
Did you know that?
I didn't know it, but that's awesome.
I didn't know. This is great. So it's opening next year. The details of the lands have been revealed. The resort is in Frisco. It's going to be based on characters from Shrek, Puss in Boots, Trolls, and Gabby's Dollhouse, SpongeBob SquarePants, Minions, and Jurassic World. It will also feature Shrek Swamp, SpongeBob's Neighborhood, a Minions-themed water play zone, a Jurassic World exploration area, a Trolls music festival, and a Puss in Boots-inspired area with rides.
So we're getting a bad one.
And a resort. Yeah. Yeah, I changed my mind. I didn't want to go after that.
I'm like, what?
No, that's
Sounds like we're getting a swamp.
it's not going to work. Well, you may not like Imagine Dragons. Some don't. The song Children in the Sky is apparently heading to the moon. Some space tech company named Lone Star is set to launch a rocket from Kennedy Space Center Wednesday, land a data center on the moon. Their single will be transmitted from the moon. You see, that's never happened before, so that's supposed to be pretty cool, I guess. I don't give a damn, really. Apparently, there's another food mystery in the UK. On the heels of somebody putting bananas on a plate on a street corner for months. Another town is seeing packaged tarts being put by a main road in Wales. Almond tarts, lemon tarts, echo cakes have been placed there for months. Nobody knows why. Margaret's Country Kitchen, the manufacturer behind the cakes, has asked the Phantom Ice Tart Flinger to stop littering the national park. Officials are making pleas for them to stop, too, but as long as you're talking about it, it's not going to happen. Oh, look, Tasha said my daughter fell Friday.
I
at
know, I've
school
seen that. It's
in front of the
upset.
whole school.
she
She was
okay?
embarrassed and upset.
That's horrible, man.
No, I did that too, and I have ice problems apparently because
Not no more. You don't. I'm just kidding.
But I remember when Noah was still in school at Bauxite, and I had to take him something, and it was a snow day, and I was walking back to my car. Kids everywhere. They're all out.
That's the worst.
No.
And man, when I tell you, I flew straight up in the air, landed on my back. Man, all those kids were
Kids are
looking at me. I was
dicks.
like, God damn it.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
That is the absolute.
Cause you know
worst.
they're laughing their asses off.
Bro.
Man, and it's like I was 40-something years old, still felt like I was in junior high.
Right.
Isn't the weirdest thing? Like I know that I'm the coolest mother out there, at my age, but like you can get around some of them tweens, and it's like
Yeah, you feel
all of a sudden,
real
you start
uncool.
sweating like you're back in high school or
Yeah,
something. Like,
that's right.
ugh.
Boy, here you go. A psychiatric board is granting conditional release of a Connecticut man. Not just any guy. His name's Tyree Smith, and he killed a person and ate some of them.
What?
Yeah, he said the voices told him to kill the homeless guy.
Oh
Oh,
no.
I figured he was just hungry.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that.
No.
That includes
He was hangry.
part of his
Hangry.
He was not hungry. He surpassed that
He
shit.
was angry.
He was hangry.
He did
Angry.
eat part of his brain, by the way.
He ate part of what?
Yeah, back in 2011. Now he was later found not guilty by reason of insanity.
Okay.
Good for him.
That makes sense.
That's how you get off, people.
And now, somehow, some way, he's out.
So watch out for the guy.
Does he have to report like
He should
the
have to, man.
touchers do? Because I feel like I would
Touchers.
want to know that this
Well,
guy
yeah.
lived in my vicinity.
There should be like a camp.
About cannibals.
Yeah,
Right?
I need-
yeah.
I want to know.
Yeah.
I want a map showing me
Yeah.
where all the cannibals are in
At
my
this-
neighborhood.
Yeah, at this point in my age, no sex offender's going to touch me. But I mean,
I feel you on that. I mean,
Well,
I don't think I'm a high candidate.
I'm not either. They're
Patrick,
not looking for
Are
me.
you upset you're not gonna get molested?
I mean, when I was younger,
I've checked that box already.
Yeah,
I'm good. I've worked the steps on it.
My mom told me from the time I was little, listen,
Wasn't
if
nobody
they
gonna touch
took
you.
they bring you back.
Right.
I got
She
that
was
same.
right. I
Yeah.
The same thing
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I've told my kid that as well.
Yeah.
No, I
You
would've-
get 2 minutes down the road and they be like, no,
No,
yeah.
not this
No,
one,
you
not
gotta
this
go.
one. No, I'd have to
No.
I grabbed the wrong
this one
one.
talks.
Yeah, too much. Where are we going?
Where are we going? What are we doing? Can we stop? Can we get McDonald's?
Yeah.
Can I get Sonic?
Right?
Y'all got a pod?
I'm
Get
gonna-
out.
I'm gonna hurt you, but can I get a burger first?
Can I vape?
You're right. Yeah, I can have vape.
Can I get the aux? Can I get the aux? Can I play the song for y'all? Y'all want to watch this video? Hey, you
Had
want to see
me
me
on ox
mosh?
for a minute. I didn't know what you were talking about. Oxycontin. I'm like,
The
what?
aux cord, yeah.
Yeah, well, you should see when I say that at the shop. Sometimes some folks would just
Yeah.
they don't know what I'm talking about, but there's y'all that know what I'm talking about. Y'all, my people. They're like, oh, for real?
You know what I had?
You got some ox?
I had in one car, believe it or not, it was a cord attached to a cassette tape.
Oh yes.
And you could
Yes.
use that to play
Yes.
your
Yeah.
MP3s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yes.
Sure do. I sure
Yes.
do.
That
Yes.
was
Yes,
trash.
I do.
Yes, it was.
Sounded like
Horrible.
shit.
Horrible quality.
Yeah, terrible. It like
It sounded like the radio was down the street almost.
Sure
yeah,
enough.
no bass at all.
No, it was all trouble.
5 minutes of day or 5 minutes a day of light exercise could cut the risk of dementia. That's a new
Could.
study from Johns Hopkins found that 35 minutes a week was linked to a 41% lower risk. Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. We've learned recently in recent years, Alzheimer's is really diabetes type 3,
Right.
and that's part and parcel to it. So yes, keeping your weight down would certainly make sense. Let's see. Okay. How about this? The ramen shop, a ramen shop in Japan is furious over two guys leaving a negative rating. The owner went nuclear. The owner of Toyo Euro took to Instagram to offer a bounty to whoever could
Shut
identify
up.
him. Yeah. The post offers $662 per customer to anyone who can track them down. And the search
What's
would
that in
continue
yen?
until the two revisited the establishment and wrote a positive review.
Oh my God.
Get back in
Lena,
here.
You get on in here.
Okay, that is hilarious. Like I've seen, some folks, some businesses, respond to the negative reviews, and usually it's some, the person leaving the review really has no place leaving the review. But this is
Yeah.
a whole other
Yeah, they put a
level
bounty out
Like,
on
I want
that
to
kid.
get
in
your
bounty.
ass.
But $662.
Well, that might be great money in Japan. I mean, hey, if I could turn someone in for $662 right
mean,
now, I might.
What? Come on.
throw-
What?
Throw $4 more on there, man. I like universe number 666.
No.
No.
Please.
Let's see. Here we go. Elon Musk sent an email Saturday telling all federal employees to send back a bullet-pointed list of up to 5 things they accomplished last week. In the post, said anyone that didn't reply would be considered a resignation. Several agencies have advised their staff not to comply immediately. The largest federal workers union has questioned his authority to enforce that. Well, we'll see what happens. 2 Virginia Beach police officers, Cameron Gervin and Chris Reese, were shot and killed during a traffic stop Friday night in an incident the chief described as an execution. They pulled over a 2016 Hyundai. Due to expired plates. The driver initially refused to cooperate before he pulled out a handgun, opened fire. McCoy fled the scene on foot, but was found dead with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound near an apartment complex by them. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, no, it is. All right, so is the Pope going to live or not? Place your bets.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I mean, you hear different things from
Yeah,
different people,
was it
but-
double lung and pneumonia or something like that?
Well, he's remains in critical condition due to pneumonia and early stage kidney failure. But
Oh, yeah, he's gonna
He's
die.
out. He's going out, man.
despite this, the Vatican reports he's alert and responsive.
He might be for the moment.
Doctors are administering high flow oxygen therapy, monitoring the condition. The 88-year-old has expressed gratitude. His prognosis remains uncertain, but the Vatican emphasizes his heart is functioning well. He continues to engage in light activities from the hospital room. He's probably doing like
probably already
word
dead.
searches, things like that. That's a light activity, right? Little crossword puzzle.
I don't know. Maybe it's all the books I've read, but I figure he's probably already dead, and it's just some big old conspiracy that they're like figuring out who the next pope
is.
one
Like,
is.
that's
And
when they do like the white smoke out
Yeah.
the chimney, ain't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah. And you find out who the guy.
So they're like betting.
Yeah.
Are they
In
actually
charge
like
of
betting
that.
on it?
what
and
white
stuff?
guy it is?
What guy in charge of that racket? Who's in charge of that money making machine over there?
What y'all burning?
You know. All right, let's see. What else is going on here? California Governor Gavin Newsom has requested nearly $40 billion in federal aid from Congress. Yeah, they want some help rebuilding after the wildfires. Those erupted, of course, in January. 16,000 structures. $16.8 billion for emergency response and infrastructure repair. $9.9 billion for housing and business restoration. $5.3 billion for business loans. President Trump has expedited debris removal efforts. Discussions continue regarding conditions attached to the federal aid. Frozen shakes sold under the brand Lions Ready Care and Cisco have been recalled after being linked to listeria outbreak that resulted in 11 deaths.
Uh-oh.
they-
Cisco,
What is
like our
listeria?
Cisco?
What is listeria?
Ooh.
Yeah,
What is listeria?
Uncomfortable?
Listeria, I'm not exactly sure.
I'll look it up
Yeah,
for you.
some
Sounds
kind of-
horrible.
Yeah.
Just
I
sounds
gotcha.
bad.
I gotcha.
Some kind of infection, but these were the kind of shakes they give to the people in nursing homes who are
Listeria.
older.
Oh man.
Yeah, so they smoked 11 of them with the shakes. So that's not good for Cisco.
No.
I mean,
no.
was it accidental?
Kristen's dad used to work for Cisco.
I don't know.
I'm
But,
big on
yeah,
I'm big on conspiracies this morning.
the mystery surround. Here's a one for you. The mystery that's been surrounding Dave Grohl for months is solved.
What mystery?
Jennifer Young of Florida says that Grohl is the mother of her 7-month-old
The
daughter.
mother?
Yeah, while Jennifer has asked the baby's name not be revealed, it was confirmed his last name is Grohl. He was born August 1st. Grohl's rep hasn't responded to a request for comment. Friends of the fan were surprised by it, said, I feel like she was, what the hell?
That reads really weird.
Yeah, it does,
Her
man.
friend said, one of her dumbass friends said, I feel like she was more into Gwen Stefani than the Foo Fighters. Well, what the f- is that?
What?
She got boned by him, okay? She didn't get boned by Gwen Stefani. Anyway.
Gwen Stefani's face would cut you trying to make out
Oh
with
my
her.
God, she is sharp in the face.
Ugh.
Grohl married his wife Jordan in 2003 and has 3 daughters with her. So this was an extra family
Yeah,
member
I remember
outside
when
of
he
the-
came out and announced it, and we were all just like, "What?"
Yeah, what?
He's like, "Well,
Not
he's been
Dave.
well, seriously, it was
Not
kind of like, oh my
Dave.
God,
Yeah.
Dave
He's the
Grohl
good
did
guy.
this.
He's the good
He's
guy.
the good
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah, like he's so great and wonderful and all this stuff. And like, how dare you? But then Taylor did die, and grief does make us do some really effed up stuff sometimes. So
Yeah, maybe
mean,
that's what it is.
it was
a
grief
rock
boning,
star at the end of
grief
the day.
grief cheating.
That's it.
He's a rock star
He's
at
just
the end of the day, man. I'm sorry.
All
He's
right,
a rock star, yeah.
listeria.
What is it?
Listeria.
Did you find out what it was?
It is a foodborne illness. It is caused by the bacteria Listeria monocytogenes.
Mono. Okay, so
Something.
it's linked to
Something.
mono.
These germs are found naturally in the environment, such as blah 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 blah, contaminated food, blah 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 blah.
So it's a food poisoning, basically.
yeah,
Can't trust the good guys. Don't listen to that, Latasha. There's some good guys out there.
Hey, Sony.
but y'all are all married, so
Sony has pushed Tom Holland's fourth Spider-Man movie back a little bit. It's now going to hit theaters July 31st. And Captain America's Brave New World, it did.
You said you seen that, didn't you?
I did see it, and no,
not
it's. I mean, I'm not going to tell you you're not going to be okay watching it. I'm going to tell you that amongst Marvel films, it ranks among the bottom five
Gotcha.
to me.
Gotcha.
It just wasn't. There wasn't anything to it that was interesting to me.
Is it one of them shows where all the good stuff was on the commercials?
No, I mean, there's stuff in it. It's just sometimes, it's the spirit of a movie you
No,
feel.
yeah,
And this
yeah,
one did
yeah.
not have that. It just, I don't know.
Was it
something
Mackie,
about-
you think? Or
No, I like Anthony Mackie. I don't think it was him, but it took the top spot this weekend, but it was only 28.2 million. That's a drop of 68% from opening weekend. So it took a big kick in the ass. It's
so a lot of
it's
people
not-
are talking like you and they're some of their friends.
No, people that went to see it just didn't love it. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not that it's terrible. It's it'd be better maybe if it was terrible.
Right.
But when it's just middle of the road blah, that's the worst.
Right,
Man. I mean,
right.
give me a movie that sucks ass or is great.
Right, I
Don't
understand.
give me some crap in the middle.
I got you.
And they waited. I don't want to spoiler alert it, but they waited too long to bring out Red Hulk.
No, yeah.
There wasn't enough of that for me. There's just, I don't know, man. It was a little too much dialogue, not enough action, and it was a little bit boring. It was a little predictable. Let's see, a man in Nebraska having trouble getting a birth certificate and social security number for his 2-year-old daughter, Caroline. That's the name he wants to change her current name, Unikite 13 Hotel.
What?
Yeah, but he can't do it without documents. His attorney's been working to help him get what he needs, but apparently no one in the government is helping out. But why did you name your kid Unikite 13 Hotel to begin with, you dumbass? What did you think? You were Elon Musk? Come on, man. That's stupid. After the recent Eagles Super Bowl parade, longtime fan Amy Rannebarger found an Eagles starter jacket hanging on a light pole. That jacket had a note explaining it had originally been discovered after the team's 2018 win and was being released back into the city.
Awesome.
Encouraged by the viral response, she's holding on to it until the Eagles win another Super Bowl. Good luck.
I think you've been holding that thing for a while.
Now, you might hold that a little bit. I don't think they're coming right back on that one. Later this week, Dr. Sean Moyer will receive a kidney transplant through a paired exchange program thanks to a donation from his former prom date 35 years ago. Although Elena Hershey wasn't a direct match, her donation helped him get a compatible kidney much sooner than expected. She hopes her story inspires others to consider living kidney donation, which she says have life-changing impact with little sacrifice. Would you give up a kidney?
Not for a prom date, maybe for my wife or my kid or something, but not for a prom date for,
Yeah.
what, 30-something, 35 years
I mean,
ago?
if you found out your neighbor needed a kidney,
Not my neighbors right now.
no, not going to happen.
No, man.
No,
I'm not
sorry
even going to
about
push their
that.
trash can out
What
for
are you
them.
gonna What are you gonna tell them? When they say, "Hey, man, could you donate a?"
my neighbor ain't gonna come ask me.
I'll say, what blood type are you? Oh,
No,
my
I'm
bad.
not that.
I'm not a match, man. My
No.
bad.
I got you.
I'll post it on Facebook for you.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I will share it and
I will
share
share your
it and
GoFundMe.
share it.
But you ain't giving my kidney.
Show
I'm
no.
sorry.
No,
No,
no.
You have to be
I
at
I
least.
doubt anybody would want my kidneys
have to have
after
that-
the hell
I
I
don't know
put
if
them
that-
through in the past.
I don't know if the
you
doctors would
few
give my
decades.
kidney to another person.
Seriously.
They'd probably be like,
Yeah,
"Oh man, these
Yeah.
things."
No,
No.
they tell mine's got too many miles.
Yeah.
Hard miles. On it.
Right.
They didn't want it. One of
Like
the
you
most,
want to live or you want to die?
Better get a fresh kidney. One of the most antiquated, irrelevant rules of any American sports team has finally been amended. On Friday, the Yankees announced they'd allow well-groomed beards for players on their team.
It's awesome.
The no facial hair rule was instituted by George Steinbrenner in 1976. Howe says the change came
Y'all are
after he
crazy.
realized the Yankees policy was outdated. You think?
Oh my God.
The current generation believes their facial hair is part of their individuality. Well, that's. I think that's.
They said they lost players because of that, probably.
Well, they probably did.
That's
I mean,
insane,
I'm sure somebody.
man.
I'll shave anything for.
Oh yeah, for that amount of money, man, I'll shave my balls.
Yeah, no, that's the first.
You should be
easy
doing
one.
that for Kristen already.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody.
You know what
wants,
I'm saying?
Kristen
though?
looking out for you, sis.
Nobody wants to.
I'll wax. How about that? I'll wax.
Oh no,
I don't know about
From
that.
MLB money?
I don't know about
Well,
Yeah, for
Okay.
MLB money, I would
Yeah.
wax.
Well, don't put it on the
That's
don't
fair.
put it on the bag. Like I mean, y'all.
No, that
ugh.
hurts. You're hurting me right now.
The one that I saw that cracked me up the most was there's a plastic surgery you can get to take the wrinkles out of your jewel
Yup.
pouch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really, you're that vain?
You're that insecure?
That you want wrinkles out of your yam bag? Hey, what do you?
Them wrinkles are there
what
for a
do you do?
reason,
Are
aren't
you modeling that thing? Is there a yam bag model contract somewhere I don't know about where you
Maybe.
they expand
You
and you know like
Yeah.
some kind of commercial for jock straps or something? Look at these beautiful balls.
what do they do? They don't have no wrinkles. Like they can't. They just stay.
Yeah.
How uncomfortable would that be?
You walk around like this all day,
Look like a little baby pouch.
Stop.
like a toy soldier.
Didn't Chappelle do like some smooth egg skit?
I do
Maybe
seem like something like that, man.
Somebody Google that. Oh wait, I will.
Okay. A season-ending injury. Oh, no, from Victor Wembanyama.
Man, that's
Ew.
horrible, man.
Wow, I didn't know that. Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, it's horrible,
I
man.
don't know.
Didn't
There we
stop
go. Smooth as eggs.
a collector from spending a fortune on his rookie card. Golden Auctions announced the 2023 Panini Prism Nebula Choice 1-of-1 Wemby card went
Panini.
for a bidding price of $860,100. That's a new record for a Wembanyama rookie card. The previous high, $516,000.
Man.
What? When did he get injured, man?
Man, he's got a blood clot in his shoulder.
Oh,
That could
Yeah,
kill him.
Yeah, and he'd been feeling like fatigued and all this other stuff, and they were
Okay.
kind of wondering what was up with him.
Look, I'm glad
And then they found
it.
out during
So what
All-Star
do they
Weekend.
do? I wonder on that.
Well, they said he was out for the season. They're like, he's probably out
No,
for
but
the
I mean, I wonder how they treat that.
I don't know.
Usually
Did you
they'll
see
do like
about,
blood thinners.
Whenever
and-
that came out,
Yeah.
Popovich,
and watch it.
they said they're not going to bring him back now. He's like, I'm done.
Greg Popovich.
Yeah, he's not gonna come.
Well, I
old
mean,
as
a
hell.
blood
But man,
clot
he's
can
still
go to your.
he's the godfather, man.
Man,
Like he's
he's solid. He's a
man,
great coach.
man, he's
I mean,
awesome, man. Ever since Phil Jackson left, he was like the next.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, he's been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
He's been a great coach. for
Awesome
sure.
coach, man.
Yeah, no, he really has been. I mean, he's done a lot.
Botox balls.
Yeah, oh no, hell no.
Sorry.
Man, stop that.
I
That
found
means
the
they got to stick
I
a
found
needle
the
in it,
stuff.
man. That
I
means they
found
got
the
to stick a
stuff.
needle in your balls.
Over the weekend.
I was putting needles in balls over the weekend.
No.
What did y'all do this weekend?
No.
This is what happens when we get
No.
ice in Arkansas.
Yeah, no, these people are bored.
Ice is always in Arkansas.
NFL, NFL wideout, former NFL wideout Steve Smith took a beating on social
Oh,
media.
man.
Tony Martinez unloaded with accusations and receipts accusing him of getting more than a little friendly with Martinez's wife, Nicole.
Dang.
Not only did Martinez post screenshots of what appeared to be graphic text between Smith and his wife, but a video of a call he made to Smith calling him out, with Smith apparently just saying, "I'm sorry." But,
My bad, bro. My bad.
I failed.
Hey,
I fell and
My
landed.
bad.
sorry,
My bad.
I broke bro code. I didn't mean to.
My bad, bro.
No, that's no,
And you
that's
get to break
terrible.
Broco when you break his face.
Oh.
No, no, that's right. Hello. Well, you might have to, but really, is it on him or is it on her?
Right.
I'm asking. I mean,
Oh,
It's
yeah.
on them both.
Yeah.
Well,
Beat his ass and you pay somebody to whoop her ass.
It's on both of them. It takes two.
no, it's on. It does take two, but if
You got the
that's my
person that
wife, it's on my
initiated
wife.
it and the
Yeah,
person
but my
that
wife-
responded.
My wife should be able to say no.
Yeah.
Right?
Now,
You're
now, if you come in my house,
Both of y'all fucked. Oh,
If you
sorry.
if you come in my house, that's a different story. If you're in my bed eating my porridge, so to speak.
Oh, that's a
Then
that happened.
That disrespect.
That
is
happened
too
in my
loud.
neighborhood one time, and the dude shot the door down with a shotgun and went in the house and shot the dude in the bed.
Hey,
Oh well.
hey.
Like that happened.
Did he?
F.A.,
did he go to
F.O..
prison?
Yeah, he went to prison for the rest of his life. Like,
Oh, for the rest of his
Yeah,
life, he didn't
yeah.
get insanity.
no, no.
See, I don't know if anybody's worth all that.
People in the hood, we don't
Most
get
of the
that,
time,
man.
no.
You know.
And listen, well, I'll tell you what is worth something. Going to Fitz Auto. Yeah, that's right. If you need a late model, low mileage vehicle, then look no further than Fitz Auto. They got exactly what you want, whether it's
Always.
a truck, SUV, sports car, doesn't matter. Late models, low miles, they're great vehicles. You can go to 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock, or you can go online to fitzauto.com. Either way, you'll be happy you did because you're going to get the best value. Matter of fact, go shop around everywhere else, then go there. Because I promise you, when you're done, you're going to buy there. They do the financing themselves, so if you've had some credit problems, don't be anxious. Just head on over. They got you. They're their own bank. They don't have to call anybody to get it done. They're going to do it themselves, and they'll report to the credit bureau so you can get reestablished.
Awesome.
And that's a big deal. That's a big deal. All right, let's move on to some other things here that I got teed up for us. So. Money is one of the most common topics, apparently, that couples fight about, along with sex, chores, and kids.
Not in that order,
I was gonna
particularly.
Necessarily, no. Part of the problem is people don't always see eye to eye about finances. That can be a big deal. So here's a new survey that says nearly a quarter of Americans have ended a relationship over money. 83% of coupled up Americans consider themselves to be financially compatible. Not
for
being
them.
financially compatible with a significant other has led to 23% of people breaking up, 34% thinking about it. Have you ever had that happen before? Where you broke up over a money issue like that?
So it wasn't the main reason, but the fact that
It was
we
along
were,
with it.
yeah, we were highly incompatible financially.
In the way you
Puts a
manage
strain on
it.
anything.
Well,
man.
not just that, but I've already dealt with, consolidating debt and credit scores and paying off, credit cards and blah, 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 blah. I'm already educated in that. And he had racked up like 10K in credit card debt
Oh, yeah.
and had like 8K in, default with like Middleton or something like that. Like it was a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
and trying to have a conversation with him, and like, hey, blah, 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 this is the steps to take and everything. And just, I don't even know if he even heard me, and that's difficult. It's hard to be in a relationship, to be in a partnership whenever the other individual is not listening to your knowledge and expertise.
What was he? 10 grand on credit cards. What was he buying? Like wheels and tires? Or
No,
what was he buying?
no,
Like
it one.
crack? I mean, what?
No, he probably. God, I wish. No, honestly, the first year or maybe year and a half of our relationship after getting married, he was putting everything that we were doing on that card. And didn't understand compound interest and all this. He didn't understand any of that, and it was so embarrassed and ashamed. And I totally understand that. He wouldn't talk to me about it. It was just going and going and going. And you're talking a 27%
So it was
interest
just
rate.
spiraling. And
It
you
was.
You didn't know, but
I didn't
he
know.
Didn't talk to you.
No,
didn't
and
communicate.
I'm trying to talk to him about how to
And ultimately, that was
necessary
probably
steps.
the real problem is he didn't communicate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I know. I probably had 3 or 4 different credit lives. I've
Man,
had great
Yes.
credit, lost it, had good credit, lost it, had good credit, lost it. It's happened to me more than once.
Yeah, same.
Ghost credit. It was a horrible time.
Ghost credit was horrible for me, too.
Horrible, man.
Yeah.
When you didn't have it.
Man,
You
I
didn't
didn't have
have any.
nothing
Yeah.
established till I was in my 20s, like
Well,
25 probably.
luckily for us, we're at the age that when that was happening, like it wasn't so bad to not have the credit, to establish the
No.
credit. and everything.
Nowadays,
now
it would be insane.
you're
man.
screwed.
Yes,
Yeah, it's tough. It
we went
is.
to buy a house and it was bad. Like
Yeah,
it was
no,
horrible.
It is tough. You do want to establish credit, but you can do it. Look at worst case scenario, you can always get one of those It just basically
Prepaid
it's a
card.
credit card that you pay. That,
Yeah.
you know, you tie to
And
it.
work it up.
Loadable.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, but it will get you going and
Right.
started.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so that's one way to do it.
That's I think the best way.
You know,
to
you
get
can add your
started.
kids and don't tell them. You can add
Yeah.
your kids to your credit cards, and
Yep.
when you start building your credit, it builds your kids'
builds their credit.
So when
Yeah.
they turn 18, they
Oh,
already have a
really?
decent credit score.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Most of the time when I was a kid, people that had credit cards in their kids' name.
You just don't tell them.
Right.
Tell them. You don't tell them.
Until they
Well, their kids, those kids didn't know they had it either until.
had credit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
utilities,
4-year-olds with credit cards
Man.
and loans,
that were in their name,
ATVs and
cable.
shit.
I remember
Yeah.
I was like 16. We all
Everybody
went
got-
to JC Penney's
yeah.
and lied on
Hell
on the credit
yeah.
thing and got
Because
little
it's not
JC
like they
Penney's credit
checked.
card.
Did you?
Yeah, I got
Yup.
like $400. We all got
Yes,
like JC
everybody got
Penney stuff.
$400.
It was so easy back then.
It was so easy back then.
Mail fraud and everything.
Yeah,
else,
and
man.
still stealing jabos.
Tasha said, after hearing Chad's stories, I'm excited to see Kristen and see what she's like.
Oh, she's tame.
Kristen is amazing.
No, she is. She's
Well, she's tame unless you're banging on the bathroom door while she's in there. Yeah, don't do that.
No, I
Don't do
think
that.
anybody-
Two bathrooms.
No, don't.
No, it's the Christmas party.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else is going on here that might be interesting.
Probably nothing.
Well, you're probably right. Probably nothing at all. This is one of those interesting messages that were on Reddit.
Uh-oh.
I love
And,
Reddit.
yeah, well, all good things happen there, right?
Yeah, of course.
Colby on Reddit said, my girlfriend just hit me with a fantasy she wants to try out. It's freaking me out a little.
Oh, no.
She's been seeing a lot of sex doll stories and videos. Now she wants me to get one. She's seriously suggesting we spend a lot of money on a hot-looking female doll. She wants to watch me go to town on it. Don't get me wrong. I want to please her, but is this really a thing, or she tests me to see if I'll go along with it? In addition to just being freaky, I don't see the financial security.
Trap.
in spending
Bro.
that much.
The finances, like you got me messed up. A good one. Even just a base model.
A base model.
A base model.
Not the blow-up kind. Not the blow-up
The
one.
factory model.
The one that's like silicone and has
Yeah,
actual flexible
that
parts.
crap
We're not
is
talking about the Elon
expensive.
Musk
No, no.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
that
yeah,
shit's scary.
those are about $5-10 grand for something that's super nice. So
Exactly.
if you don't have the money, yeah, I get that.
I
but
think,
let's put the
she's
money
wanting.
aside.
She's wanting to see him with somebody without seeing him with somebody.
Right.
You know, she thinks that
She can't
this
be
is
mad
my
at the
opinion.
robot. She can't be mad
yeah,
at the robot.
This is just my opinion on this. You know, is that she kind of wants to see him with somebody else, but doesn't want to take the risk.
Right. Well, that's
him
a safe
leaving.
way to do it. I mean,
It seems like a safe way to do it.
Well, if it was another girl, she would have to worry about him leaving. That's what I'm
Exactly,
saying.
feelings and emotions,
Right,
and
right.
you don't.
that get involved in that kind of
I mean,
thing.
It could, I guess.
I guess it could. We've got a couple
I'm
movies
telling
out
you,
there
though.
about that.
Well, look
Lars
at-
and the Real Girl.
Look, I mean, if you watch, if you listen to some of this AI now, it's really scary good, and so
Man,
you
yeah.
can only imagine if you can get. I've always said
Folks
if you
falling
can
in
get
love with computers.
you know if you can get them walking and talking, it's over.
Man.
What is
It's
that
over.
movie? There was a movie in
Her?
the 80s. No,
Oh,
there
no.
was a movie in the 80s where a woman basically fell in love with a robot. A scientist built a robot that was
wow.
that was in his likeness. It basically looked just like him, and she falls in love with the
I don't
fucking robot and
remember
goes
it.
to like space.
Oh, that's
Okay,
wild.
I gotta
I do
figure
know
this out.
Bicentennial Man, which is awesome. That's Robin
That is a
Williams.
good, yeah.
If you've never seen that, man, that's a very good movie. But would what if your wife said, "Hey, I
That's
want,
weird, man.
would you be?
That's really weird, man.
That'd be too weird for
Yeah,
you. You couldn't do it.
I'd almost be like, if you want to, like, let's get the real thing. If you want to get this going, like, I'm sorry, that's just weird, man.
It's too much for you.
That's
What
weird.
do you think? Would it be a weird request if your guy said, "Hey, are you cool if I bring in this silicone third party?"
Would you not be like, just go?
I'd feel a little
weird.
I don't know. I'd feel
It'd
a
bother
type of
me.
way. Yeah,
It's weird.
It would bother me.
yeah.
Yeah, it would absolutely bother me. I'd be like, at that point, I'm like, no.
No. If I'm not.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah, well, not even that. It's like, well, no, yeah,
You see?
F that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No,
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's probably.
At that
Flags.
point, I'm going to look at you differently.
Yeah.
I'm not going to trust you anymore.
I do think that for people who have maybe, look, everybody out there, I think it is, not everybody, every guy comes hardwired with the threesome fantasy. I don't know how women operate. Probably not that way. But I'm just saying it would be a safe way to explore that without feelings being involved or risk, right? A no risk scenario.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't know.
I'm not saying you should.
Still
I'm just
weird,
saying,
though.
could it not be that? Though?
No,
could.
I agree, and it probably more so for these
Generation.
these current generations, the Z's and the alphas and whatever.
yes.
They're a lot more open and
Oh, no,
loose
they
with these
probably order it
things.
with the Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
part.
I'm
It's
still-
different things.
Yeah.
I'm still very much a monogamous. You know, if I'm going to be in a relationship,
God,
I just
so
want to be
boring.
with one
You want
person.
to be like Neo?
kidding.
You want to be like Neo? Have you seen him?
Who?
Neo,
No.
the singer. He's
Keanu
got like
Reeves?
About him.
Oh.
Does he have a harem?
yeah, he's got like 2 girlfriends right now. The Neo, the singer from
Camden?
from Camden.
Well, good
Why-
for
why
him.
is this?
Why, it's
He
Neo.
walks
What's he
around
doing?
like yeah. He,
No.
yes.
I'm saying that. That's my
No,
question.
yeah.
Like, what is?
He's got what's it called? A plus starts with the P. The marriage.
Oh.
Polygamy.
Yeah.
Polygamy.
Yeah, polygamy.
Polygamy.
Yeah. But yeah, he's got
So
two,
is he like a Mormon?
I don't know, he's got 2
No,
girls
it's
though.
just a
Jehovah's?
He just claims that part of it.
Wow.
Is he attractive?
I mean, he still looks like Neo. He's got like the little hat.
Like I know
You
what he
I'm
looks
saying?
like.
Yeah, no, I mean,
But yeah, he's got 2. He's got
He
2.
wasn't ugly. But
I always
saying-
forget he's from Camden though. I always forget he's from Camden though.
Yeah, no, he is definitely an
Yeah.
Arkansan.
Represent.
I'm not shocked, I guess, but that is odd.
Yeah, that's when I seen. I was like,
He's just rocking with a couple.
Yeah, no.
and like they got
No.
into it
You
a
said
couple weeks
no.
ago, and then he got them back.
No.
So I don't know
Who
what
got into it?
the 2 girls like.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like they had a
Yes.
problem for a minute, but now
Hell
I think they
This
got them back
bro
together.
is 45. No,
yeah, man.
She said
But
no.
He's got
Nah.
a lot of dough. He's got ducats. That's what's got him going.
he ain't got as much
That's
as,
why the
as some
girl-
other
I mean,
fools out there. I
no,
promise you that.
He's got enough for them 2 ladies to get over there.
That's sad. Y'all are B
He's sitting there
squad.
singing them old songs to
Y'all
him.
B squad.
Yeah, he's singing them one of the
Them
other
old
songs.
bangers.
I do like Neo. He's just, but I always liked Usher better. I was
Oh
an
yeah,
Usher guy.
yeah,
Ursher.
yeah, for sure.
That's right.
Ursher.
That's right. That is how you say it, probably.
Ursher.
I'm sure
Hey,
you
did y'all see where Diddy's lawyer quit?
Yeah,
Said there is no way.
yeah. For no reason, they
But
said.
why?
They said no reason.
I wonder.
No,
They
they
couldn't-
said there's no way that they could continue.
Yeah,
Right.
but there's got to be a basis for
Hell
He
yeah,
was
there's
like,
a
I ain't gonna
basis.
win.
Said I can't defend this. I'm gonna go.
You think it was a conscience thing that he was like, I can't feel good about it?
Right.
Or do you think the case was so stacked against him, he's like,
Both.
It's either
Both.
either both.
Both.
Either or both.
Both.
Either both. Yeah.
Both. And I'm
Bro.
waiting for this trial. This trial is
Ooh, I
gonna be like O.J. Simpson 5.0, man.
Man.
You think so?
Man.
Yeah, some dirty shit.
I can't wait to see the Netflix.
Jay-Z, you better be hiding in the basement.
And not even the first Netflix. Like the first Netflix is probably just going to be blah blah, kind of what we all know. Give me that Netflix in 2 years
Yeah.
or 4 years.
Well, I need to, hear at least in the courtroom that the jury saw videos that were damning.
I want to see.
I mean, it does seem where there's smoke, there's fire. It
That'd
seems
be
like
that'd be
there's too
one
many.
trial I wish I could get the
But-
jury
but
duty
see,
on.
The video.
Let me play devil's advocate here. Could it just be? Look, if you're rich, that kind of rich, right? People do all kinds
Oh,
of
yeah.
things. I
Yeah,
mean,
they get away with
there's no
everything.
secret in that.
Right.
I mean, hell, drug dealers get people to do all kinds of stuff. If you're rich,
Very
you
true.
certainly can, right?
Very true.
So, is that a crime, or is that just people doing what people do to get where they want to get? Now, if you're drugging someone, that's different.
That's
If-
different.
If they're not aware.
And I see what you're saying on that too, because
But I'm saying, is this just a pile on, or is he really a monster like Epstein?
I think he's just
We did see him boot a chick in a hotel.
Cassie. He messed
Yeah.
Cassie up pretty good,
Yeah.
man. So it's in his blood, I think, man. Like I think it was taught to him though. I don't think he was like that
Well,
originally.
I'm not talking about the origin of his illnesses. I'm just saying, is he a bad guy, or is he being? Is this a pile on that's much ado about?
Man, I've been hearing too many bad things like over the years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it can't all be
See,
bad, all good.
I
I mean.
didn't want to believe all the stuff about R. Kelly until I saw it. And then
Right,
I was like,
but then
then
it's
you-
like right there
yeah.
in your face. He's
Now-
peeing on girls.
Yeah.
but
That was in that whole docuseries or whatever was.
That was insane,
Surviving R.
man.
Kelly was
Yeah.
really upsetting.
but I still won't stop bumping Ignition.
Man, I
Still
was
that
just fixing
good.
to say Ignition.
I have.
R. Kelly's so good, man. His music was so good. God bless America. I can't.
Did you see his prison photos he posted this weekend?
No,
Shut up.
Oh man, you need to
What
check
is
it
he
out.
doing?
And he's like got the drop behind him and stuff, and he's got like his little
no.
like the true prison
it's the
photos.
hole in middle
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, man, you need to check that out, man. It's
I,
pretty funny.
I probably should, but damn it.
Wow.
You know, he's probably up in there. He's probably the king right now.
Oh man, they said he was singing and stuff in
Yeah,
there.
I'm
no,
sure.
They love R. Kelly up in there, man. No, you're not a criminal, Kels.
Sing something. Hit that ignition.
Man, yeah. I'd be like, come on, man. Just bump.
Just hit.
Just,
hit,
come on. Hot and fresh out the kitchen. You know, come on, man. No, I just, he's one of those guys I can't undo his music. I
I wonder
like
if he
it
makes
so
them
much.
pay him. Like, I'll sing for you, but y'all gotta pay me some commissary.
You put some ice cream on my books. Yeah. Who else has been caught up in scandals like that just, got washed out? Of course, Harvey Weinstein did.
The guy from the '70s show, that was kind of weird.
Danny
Man,
yeah,
they said they've been tearing his
Masterson?
butt up in the pen. Yeah.
What now?
Yeah, I was seeing this thing where they were saying they were like this gang was after him, like they were gonna.
Like the
They had a
sisters
they had a
in-
they
in
had a bounty on
Shawshank?
his ass. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the
Like
sisters
they
in
were gonna.
Shawshank.
Yeah, they were bragging about like they were gonna get his ass. Yeah, I was like,
Man,
wow.
I'd be like, I'll take solitaire. Can you throw me in the hole, man? Let me go in the hole.
Hey.
Pause. I apologize for that.
Stay
I
in
don't
the
know
holy
what I was
hole.
thinking. Matter of fact, let's do this instead then. Listen, I do want to help
Glory
you
hole.
save some money, all right? And also help yourself. Look, maybe you're dealing with pain or you're dealing with anxiety or stress, trying to do weight loss, anything like that. At Botanical Alchemy Nutraceuticals, they're veteran-owned, and they tailor CBD to you. Now, it's not regular CBD, and by that I mean it's not crap that you buy in any convenience store you walk into, and they've all got that junk. This is sublingual, okay? So you put a drop under your tongue, and the difference is if you take CBD other ways, you get 20% of it. With this, you get 80% of it. But here's the most important part. It's personalized for you. So you go online, you go over to bantx.com, okay, and you find the blend that you think is what you're after. All right, they're going to send that to you, and then they're going to ask you for information so they can customize it until they can tailor it specifically to you,
That is so cool.
which is really cool. Now, if you want to try it out, let me help you and save you 25%. You just put PATP25 as your promo code. That'll get you 25% off your first order. Go to bantx.com, or you can call them 210-889-8416 and get your personalized CBD blend. Quit messing around with the junk and get the science.
So a
working for you.
lot of people don't like to
Yeah.
smoke and stuff like that because
Yeah.
every time you smoke a different strand, you get like a different feeling,
Yeah.
So that would make it more like a beer. You know what you were gonna get every time you would go to get your CBD. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get that same effect. You're gonna get the same. You see what I'm saying? That
It's
same level.
consistent.
Yeah. Right.
Right. It's
So
consistent.
that's cool, man.
And it's a doctor when you call that you're talking to the guy who's going to formulate it. He's the one that does the stuff. And so, he's going to personally oversee it and
That's
make
awesome.
sure you get exactly what you need.
That's
and
really cool, man.
That is cool, man. And you're right. Some people don't like the euphoria side of marijuana, or maybe you have a job where you can't do that. I mean, lots of people still do.
The reason I do edibles is because it's like taking a beer. It's like drinking a beer. You know what that one edible is going to make you feel like. You know what two beers are going to make you feel like. You know what two edibles. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
kind of breaks down like the terpenes aren't going to change or
Yeah.
anything like that. That's the way I view it, anyways.
All right. So we talked earlier in the news about Elon Musk. The Doge people sent out a thing to all the federal employees saying, hey, what we want you to do is put down the 5 things that you did in this past week that were important, But so it made me think about why, justifying your own job. Why should your employer keep you? They went to ask this question and on Facebook, and a lot of people showed up to answer from that. Why should your employer keep you? So someone said 2 words: eye candy. But this person said, I do the work of 3 people for the price of 1. Plus, I'm a joy to be around. Yeah, that's important that you're a joy to be around, I guess.
Depending.
Who else will babysit 25 kids 8 hours a day for this salary? Yeah, probably a teacher.
Straight facts.
Yeah. Let's see. Another one said, if I walk, I know I'll make more money. Yeah, but sometimes it's not just about the money. Sometimes it's about, if you've been somewhere long enough that you're comfortable with your time off and the way you work with your manager and stuff like that.
Oh, that's worth a lot, man.
Sometimes it's worth more than $1 an hour.
Oh, yeah.
You know
for
what
sure.
I mean? Now it might not be worth more than $10 an hour.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's different.
Right.
Let's see. Another one said, "Who else is going to be the office clown?" Yeah, no,
That'd be me.
That's playing the social game. You got to play work like Survivor.
Right.
You
Right.
do. If
Yes.
if you're not looking at work like Survivor, you're doing it wrong.
If you work in the
You have to
sales
have
department.
alliances, you have to have a great social game, and you need to always have a strategy that you're working.
Out.
I mean, that's it. That's how
An out game.
You should look at work like Survivor. I'm not even bullshitting.
No,
you,
it
man.
is, man.
Yeah, no, it's
When I was in
exactly
sales, it was like that. It was like Survivor every day, man.
Absolutely.
Because somebody was going home. You knew somebody was going to lose their job that
Yeah,
week.
you had a lot of experience in sales.
Oh
Already.
yeah, I was awesome at sales. I could sell some stuff on the phone.
No,
Oh my
I
god.
I know that you could.
We know, Chad.
We know that you could.
I sold some people some Special Olympics, some Wounded Warriors.
some
like,
money.
oh my god, yes, I was
Some
balling.
extended warranty.
Yes, my mom was like, "You're making this much money?"
Was that at Heritage?
Yes, I was at
Oh
Heritage.
my God, Heritage.
MPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rocked all of them, man.
No, I worked there for a couple.
Man,
of
I
years,
got some
man.
homies.
Shout out to Heritage.
Man, I got some homies still doing that
No,
stuff, man.
Oh my God, everybody's
Yes.
done Heritage.
Anybody who's done any kind of sales has gone through
Man,
Heritage at
Heritage.
some point and been over in that cluster F
Yup.
of a place
Yup.
with all the.
It's a church
It's-
now. The one in Conway's a church. I'm like,
it?
there's some bad stuff happening in that building.
Man, there was all kinds of shit going down when I was.
Did you work
there.
at corporate in Little Rock?
No, I worked in Sherwood.
I got to go to corporate. That was so good.
See,
They
oh
moved
my
me to
God,
corporate.
I was in Sherwood when
Yeah.
I was. when
See, I got to go to corporate. I was so good, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I came in as a manager, and that's what I did. I was the manager for a couple of years there, and then I moved on to from there to Hanks, and went to
It's
Hanks.
weird, man.
Furniture.
Went to Hanks to buy some furniture, and my old manager was working there from Heritage.
Really?
Yes. And I gave him hell.
Hell yeah.
And I let him know I was paying cash. And I was like, and yes, this is my, like I was throwing it around that day, man.
No,
Pissed me off.
I did.
That
I
F
did
you
well.
money.
I did well at Hanks. I did well.
Why is it like Hanks after MP? Like, why is it?
Oh, I don't know why. For
That's
me,
weird,
that
man.
happened. It was a higher paying job for
That's
me.
wild that both of y'all did that, though. And you was a
Yeah.
manager and he was a manager. That's
Yeah.
really wild.
Yeah, no, I spent about 5 years working there.
Man, Heritage was a racket for
Oh,
me,
now
man.
2
I
years at
loved it.
Heritage,
That's
man.
who got me out of boot camp.
Yeah.
They told me after I got my GED, they were like, after y'all get y'all's GED in here, if you get a job lined up, we'll send y'all back home. Well, Heritage wrote a letter to them. It was like, we'll hire him right now.
Really?
So they let me leave like
Yeah.
6 weeks early, I think.
They just knew of the lore of you.
Well, no, I'd worked
swinging
there.
in
I'd
the
worked there
neighborhood.
before. I'd worked there before.
Yourself, yeah.
I'd worked there before.
I was gonna say
He used to come by and talk to the employees a lot.
a lot.
Oh man,
on their lunch
I did make
breaks.
a lot of extra money there.
Yeah, he made a lot of. I mean, he was quick sales. You
See, I
know,
thought I
met
was-
the quota every
I
week.
thought I was a badass because when I was in elementary, I'd sling candy. Like
Oh man, I did that too. Did you know the leads that they used to give us?
Yeah,
like-
of course.
Like the yellow leads and all. Yeah, right.
Taps,
So I got in go with my manager, and I was giving her stuff at lunch, and she was giving me all
She's
the extra.
feeding you
Yeah, so my sales are always banging, dude.
Yeah, no, you were getting fed.
Yeah, I got them $1,500 texts.
See,
Yeah.
again, he's playing
Yeah.
Survivor.
Right, that's part
He-
of it,
he
man.
made an alliance.
Exactly,
He
man.
brought something of value.
Right.
You know, you have I
Hustler
have,
mentality, man.
Yeah, no, I've got the immunity idol right here. I got the immunity.
I
idol
got
too.
her.
Yeah. No, and that worked out, didn't
Yes.
it? Yeah, you got fed taps. That's
Man,
great.
it's
man.
awesome.
That's funny. Let's see what else. What do you guys think? What makes you a good employee out there? Why do you justify your job? What makes it you should be there if anybody else shouldn't be there?
I own it.
I know
I have to be there. Don't nobody
The
love my
lights won't
shit
be
like
on.
I love my
The
shit.
lights won't be on if
Yeah,
I'm
ain't
not there.
nobody. Yeah, nobody else's name is on the paperwork. I'm the one that has to sign the check.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, if I was working for somebody else, if it wasn't my business, it's because my rising sign's in Leo. No, I've got the experience.
Yeah.
You know, I've got.
You got real world experience.
I do.
You're dependable. You're a professional.
Well, and
you're not a kid. You're not
there's a-
bullshitting
And there's a place in here that empathizes with.
other humans.
Absolutely.
Oh.
I'm not a robot.
Oh. What about you, Chad?
I can find all the
I'm like
pieces
a-
of a traffic light.
Yeah.
I keep the PR people happy.
Sorry, y'all.
Give them something to do.
Must be
The
8
public,
o'clock.
you know what I'm saying? Like the PR people be like, "Oh my God!"
Wow.
Like I give
Hi,
them
Mom.
something to have a work for.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's about
Yeah,
all.
you do.
Yeah. I just, man, sales was my bag. So
Man, I'm telling
that's
you.
how I kept
Yeah,
myself.
I'd always
The moneymaker.
I'd go
Well,
to
no,
selling cars.
I just had the ability to do it because my dad, that's what he did when I was growing up. And so that's what I emulated, and he was very, very, very good at what he did. And so that's what I've done since I was probably 19. I was in sales.
Say I could sell ice to
Did you sell cars? Was you saying that you
No,
sold?
that's what I wanted to get. I wish I would have got into that,
Yeah,
man.
you'd
My
have
baby
been a good
daddy
car
sold
hustler.
Because I know a lot about cars and stuff, a lot more
You
than
would be
Special
good.
Olympics. And I was selling that. I got some Special Olympics.
No, you a hustler.
But you just got to say Special Olympics. Like people were down for that. You would be a good car salesperson.
No,
My baby
appreciate
daddy
that.
sold cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
You can make some money.
He
man.
was good. If you know cars and if
Yeah.
you're good at
If you're
sales,
passionate about cars, or passionate about
man.
anything, you can sell it, man.
The trade off with that or furniture is that you work a shitload.
Yeah.
You work all the time.
Well, and
yeah.
the difference with car sales, why I think you would be good, is the same reason Thomas was good, because you're not. I mean, you're a hustler, but you're not the sugar coated Eddie Haskell kind of.
Yeah.
You're not the cheese dick
look,
sales guy.
If you're good at it, I mean, you can stay somewhere a long time. The challenge is, like I said, is, all these dealerships, I'm sure, will tell you now that you get 2 days a week off. One of them's a weekend day, once a month.
Yeah.
But they'll tell you get. But if you're really in the car business, and you know this, much like in the real estate business, there's no day off.
Right, right.
There's really not a day off. If you got people coming up to the
They're
lot,
supposed to be closed Sunday, and you see it open all the time.
You're gonna rock up
Yep.
there and get it because you don't want someone else to take your deal.
Mm-hmm.
And real estate's the same way. I might think that there have been days where I've done showings through the day, came home, changed clothes,
Like,
and
I'm
then
done.
get a call.
Be like, nope.
And somebody wants to see a house, and I'm like, yep, I'll be there. And so I
Right.
got to change clothes, go back out again.
Mm-hmm.
It's just part of it. But the toughest thing for most people in sales is it's up and down. It's
No, it is.
sometimes-
Yes.
Feast or famine.
Yeah, you
Yes.
can go periods of time without money.
Give you anxiety and stuff for
and
sure.
so people have
No shit.
anxiety about that commission stuff.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah.
I spent probably, of my career, I bet 15, 18 years of it was nothing but commission, no salary of any kind,
That's awesome.
zero. I don't know if it's awesome or
Well, I
not.
mean, if you
Scary to
if
me.
you were surviving, that's
I
awesome. Is
did
what I'm saying.
survive, I'm here.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, yeah, I'm here.
He's here.
Yeah, no doubt.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
No, I
if you was
get it.
eating, if you had a house over your
Yeah,
head and stuff like
yeah.
that, and you were working off commission,
No, I get
that's
that.
hustling, man. Like that's doing something.
Yeah, no, that's what I did. I mean, like I said, but I grew up. I mean, look, my dad, he was all shady. And he was 100% shady all the time. Oh yeah, hell yeah, he was.
My dad was a hustler, but in the wrong. He didn't do it right. Like I learned off my dad's mistake, my daughter's
Well, I
mistakes.
did learn some of that too. But at 14,
Like he had his own business.
Yeah, my dad at 14 had a home improvement company. The
Yeah.
brief period of
Well,
time he
well.
wasn't in cars, and he had me telemarketing to set appointments for home
Right.
improvement.
Right.
And that's at 14. I wasn't even legal to work, man. And he was working me on the phone.
I would answer the phones. Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of came up doing that. I
Yep.
mean, I wasn't scared to call anybody
Yeah.
at that point.
I remember telling my mom when I was answering the phone up there, I'd be like, "This is what I'm gonna do." When I was probably 12 years old, I was like, "I'm gonna have my own business."
Well, you do.
And it's wild because now I do, and
Yeah.
I didn't know where I was gonna go for years, but
Yeah.
it's kind of wild. It came full circle.
Now, is your mom still living?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is she?
She's the OG.
I know, but I mean, now, I'm sure you've said so. I told you I was going to own my own business.
Man, yeah, my mom, she's still.
She's still not sure your company's going to work out. Is that it? Still not sure
She's
at
waiting
all
on
with
this
you?
phase to pass.
Man, my mom supports me 1,000% and stuff, but I still feel like in the back of her brain, she's like, I feel like she thinks I could flip that switch and you know what I'm
And you
saying?
can do something else.
Yeah, like she's.
Like do something else
But you do
positive,
well.
or
I know,
go
but-
back to what you
But
used
she
to
wants you to be
do.
a doctor?
No, she thinks I could flip that switch and to go back to doing
Okay.
stupid
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
if I had to.
Stupid
If
stuff.
I had to,
If you
like,
had to.
yeah.
Well,
you
the
see what I'm
potential's
saying?
always there.
Well, sure, it's always going to lurk. Look, what human being, honestly, if you're given a choice of not providing for your family,
Right, and that's the way you got to
or
look at
getting
it,
what you
man.
got to get, who would not get what they got to get?
Either my
Right.
family's going to eat or your family's going to eat. And that's the way you got to look at it.
You know, I
man.
mean,
Hey.
I'm not saying you should do it, but I'm
horrible.
saying I do understand
But yeah.
why someone might make that turn. Doesn't make it the right one.
No.
But I get why you would do it. I mean, you
What's
gotta
right and what's wrong in
Well, I
that
mean,
situation? you know.
Right.
and I'm
You
not
let your
saying
kids
it's
be
right or
hungry?
wrong. I'm saying,
Oh yeah, it's a whole lot of gray.
yeah, it is.
Technicolor gray, man.
It is,
Like
you know.
But I'm not saying hustle for George. I'm saying hustle for like pro wings. You know what I'm saying? Like,
your insulin.
like
yeah.
necessities, not out there
Yeah.
balling so your
No,
kids
I'm
can have
hustling so I
Jordans
can
and
get
stuff. Yeah.
toilet
Yeah.
paper to
Right.
wipe my fat ass.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
because you deserve the Charmin extra soft,
I don't buy that, but
the extra strong.
I would prefer extra strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude wipes.
Yeah. No. 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 People. Let's talk about money. Let's go to Costco because
mean,
this is kind of
okay.
interesting.
Talking about Diddy oil.
Apparently, yeah, right.
Diddy oil, what?
Well,
where you got the
bought
Costco.
Oh, we got it at Costco. Shut
Well, yeah, that's where you save money, right?
I figured they had like a, I don't know, it was naturally sourced or
California's
something.
California's got
I wonder if
Costco's.
you know this about Costco. A lot of people know that you can go there and get good deals for regular folks, right?
Right.
Cereal.
So you can go get yourself a $1.50 hot dog combo. You can
Oh,
go
yeah,
up in there
yeah,
and buy
yeah.
all kinds of deals, but they also have a lot of luxury items people may not be familiar with.
Man, Walmart does
They
too.
got a Porsche.
Yeah.
Shut
Matter of fact, they do.
up.
Uh,
Costco Porsche.
Yeah, Tony James, he's the chairman. He's been director of the company since '88, according to his biography. He loves going to board meetings because he said the company is a great window on what's going on in the world of consumers, what they're buying or not. He was doing a Q&A, and he said they do focus on, the regular things, but he said since the beginning, we've always known we could move anything in volume if the quality was
man.
good and the price was great. Rolex watches.
Yes.
Dom Perignon,
Gold.
10-carat diamonds. While most Costco members are, quote, average income earners, he said affluent members with 2 times the average income allows them to do remarkable things. A Porsche dealer in Seattle put their cars on the floor of a Costco, and they sold out in a week.
That's awesome.
In a week.
Costco.
You went to Costco, bought a Porsche.
See, look,
they
you can
sold
buy
out in a
gold.
week. Yeah, no, they definitely.
So,
Yeah.
were you planning to buy a Porsche when you went to Costco, or were you just going in for like a meat and cheese tray, your Charmin extra
Yeah,
strong,
they just went in to buy
and was
bulk
like,
They got them new
That's what
Porsches at
y'all-
Costco's,
yeah,
man.
That's what y'all get for day drinking. That's day drinking. That's on a Sunday. You've had a few too many bottomless mimosas, and it's like, oh, we know Costco. It's like, oh,
Bottom
shit.
of mimosas.
Next thing you know, you rolling out with a
Driving in a
fucking
911.
Porsche. So do you like drive it off the floor? Do
Oh,
you have
that'd
to
be
come
awesome.
back later?
I
like,
don't know how it works.
do they,
Mario
do
Kart
they
to
put
that
up those the meep meep meep, in the corner everything
Kinda-
off?
they put it on a forklift and take it out. Yeah. He even addressed the gold bars that have made headlines for quickly selling
They were
out.
selling the hell out of
He
those.
said, "I don't know if affluent people are buying them or just people suspicious of the economy. I'd love to see the demographics." But earlier this month, by the way, Costco reported net sales of $19.51 billion. That's for the month of January.
Wow.
That's a
Wow.
So they blowing
9%
Walmart out of the water, aren't they?
No.
Are they not?
No.
What's
no,
Walmart do then?
No, I'm sure way more than that.
That's insane, though.
But $19 billion for January is pretty good.
That's yeah.
That's a lot of
That's
a lot of stuff
that's
that's sold.
insane.
Moving.
Yeah, think about that. Yeah. Do you go to Costco or Sam's?
No,
or
I've
any
never
of
been
that?
to a Costco's. I've been to
No.
Sam's, but never a
No.
Costco's.
I've been to both, and I have had a Sam's membership, but I mean, it's me and my son.
I'm a Walmart Plus
Was
person.
it, so it just
We
didn't
don't
make
go
sense
through.
to
It doesn't
you.
make sense.
Yeah.
But we've been talking this year, my mother and I, as far as like taking another look at getting a Costco membership, because at this point it would be my house, her house, the business.
You kind of combine them all together.
Yeah, if,
and-
you know, and maybe even like I've got a tenant behind me, that's like a 20-year friend or whatever, and maybe I don't know, just seeing the best way to do it because I mean it could work out well as far as what we're trying to accomplish,
Yeah.
and where we're spending our money and how we're spending it this year.
Tasha said evil Walmart. I like Walmart, Tasha. I don't know if they're evil, but I like them. I mean, I like buying stuff.
What
there.
is evil is their damn pricing, because who does 98 or 68 or 78? You know, it's like $5.98 or $6.48,
68, that's-
$6.58,
68.
Yeah.
And I owe you one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 68. Yeah, do me and I'll owe you one.
Oh,
yeah, I love how we went
Yeah.
straight
Yeah, I'm
there.
sorry,
It
that's
is
wrong.
Monday.
That is
Wrong.
Monday,
Make a
and-
sound. Make a sound for your inappropriateness.
There we go. Listen, I do want to talk about this. If you're looking for something to do at lunch today or after work, how about going over to Stone's Throw and having some amazing craft beer? They've got 14 different beers on draft. It's over at 402 East 9th. Let me tell you why. 2 reasons to go there today. Number one, you want a different kind of lunch. They've got Slater's Alaskan dumplings running the kitchen, and that stuff's amazing. They've got 7 days a week on that. But here's the big reason you want to go today: $5 crowlers. So you can go to Stone's Throw, and any beer they have on draft. They're not like other places that have exclusions. Any beer they have on draft, $5 crowler. Go load up today. Get you some good brew. That's a hell of a deal if you like a little bit of beer. You can go to stonesthrowbeer.com if you want to look them up online, or you can check them out on Facebook. But just tell them you heard it on PATP, and you get 10% off any food. 10% off your food, just telling them you heard it on the show. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. So what's coming up this week for you, Chad? What do you got going on this week? Anything new, different?
Piercings, family,
Souls.
Yeah. Yeah.
enjoying this 60-degree weather. Hopefully, man.
Oh my God, y'all! Tomorrow is going to be damn near 80
Man,
degrees.
I'm
Are we done? It was
No.
No.
I bet we have 2 more. So we'll have something that probably the second week of March, and then we'll have something again in April, probably
think
around
so?
Easter. Absolutely.
I think so.
Yeah, but I think we'll have a
Out of the
tornado
woods.
or two between them.
Yeah.
I
Well,
figure in the next 2 weeks we might have tornadic
Why-
weather.
Why are you calling for that?
I'm not calling
why
for
are
it.
you-
Well,
I'm
it's gonna
just
be it's gonna be 80.
at the
And then
weather.
it's gonna be back cold, so it's got too cold and warm. That's tornadoes. So
act like you live here.
do the math.
Stop calling for that.
We're not calling for
We're
it.
not calling for
We're-
it. It's
You're
Arkansas
jinxing.
math.
exactly.
You're jinxing.
It's
No,
Arkansas math.
we
you got
are-
a cold front and a warm front. It hits. It causes a tornado.
I'm from here. I think it's so hilarious that 80% of Arkansas forgets what our fucking weather is,
Yeah,
even
no,
though they've
it
lived here
is.
their entire lives. Like,
No,
oh my God,
this
I can't believe.
No,
Really?
March, April, May are typically the worst.
And I hate
yeah.
the hail when the hail starts coming in my car. Oh my God, I'm getting my
We get
garage.
get coated.
I got to
in
get my garage
pollen.
cleaned out, man.
Why haven't they figured out how to beat hell yet with a car?
I've seen my
Hail.
neighbors try to, man. It's
Hail.
pretty funny,
Hail.
man. They'll take towels and put over it. I'm like, that ain't doing
adorable.
shit,
That's not gonna
man.
do it.
That ain't
Nah,
doing
it's just
shit.
gonna smell musty.
Yeah.
You're just
gonna
gonna get a
ruin the
musty.
towel, too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still gonna dent.
Maybe
through
get
that
some
towel.
rust spots or some shit
It's
because you
still
got
gonna
your wet
dent.
ass towel sitting on
It's
there.
still gonna
Come on
dent.
now.
Yeah, no.
Now
it
you're just
definitely
keeping
will.
moisture on it. What's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
No, don't do that.
Oh man, that's horrible too. Like you just sit there and watch it. That's like, oh.
So yeah, no, you're right. I mean, when you got the cold and the hot come together, it is a recipe for that. Yeah, it definitely is.
For
So
a good time. Just kidding.
Unless you got a mobile home.
now, neither one of you have ever actually been in a home when a tornado.
No,
hit,
thank
right?
God.
No.
Now my house that I grew up at on Willow Street was tore down by a tornado in like the 40s or 60s or sometime.
Yeah.
But I wasn't living.
My mom
Right,
was
but-
home. The 99 tornado.
Really?
Yeah, but I was at 70s Club.
Yeah. They were fine, weren't they?
They were fine.
Yeah. They were still dancing.
They were
at
still on the
70s,
pose.
like,
We were fine. We were kind of busy.
Whatever. we got
They're like,
our-
what?
Oh my God!
tornado.
Some of the best times to go to work was when the weather was shit, or it was a holiday or something like that, because you got all the lonely folks that ain't got nobody to be with.
Remember,
Man,
the last time though, normally I don't. Tornadoes or weather is not frightening to me. As a matter of fact, normally it's pretty exciting.
Right.
yeah.
But do you remember the one that, and it wasn't that long ago, I would say it was within 3 years, that went, it hit in North Little Rock a little bit, went over there. Mm-hmm. Remember that? It was a pretty decent tornado that
Yeah.
did some damage, right?
Yeah.
I remember, and I'm trying not to be emotional on it, but it was the worst for me because it wasn't anywhere near. I was in West Little Rock. I mean, we had the warning and everything, but there was nothing there. But my oldest calls me from his apartment, and he lived in an apartment in Sherwood. And he calls and he says, Dad, he goes, I can hear it. I can hear it, man. I don't know what to do.
Oh,
I can hear
scary.
it. And I'm like, what? And he goes, no, I can hear it. And then, I mean, he was freaking. He was like literally.
Imagine,
Yeah,
man.
of course.
It literally went right over the building he was in. I mean,
my
it hit
God.
just like a block away. And
That shit's
man,
terrifying.
I was terrified when he called me. He said, Dad, I there's nowhere for me to go.
Damn.
And I was just like, just stay on the phone with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay on the phone. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Get in a doorway.
man,
Have you seen them stories though where them people are like stay on the phone and then the tornado hits and the kid dies?
Well, sure. Yeah.
That's
Hey,
horrible,
yeah.
man. Like that's bad.
Damn, Chad.
But I'm just saying, like that would
Yeah, no,
suck.
that's what I was thinking,
That
bro.
just sucks, man. I'm just saying.
That's his
man.
whole point. God.
I'm just saying that sucks.
Chad.
It did suck. That's
No.
what it
It's
did.
moments like these that make me regret what I do in the morning when we first get here.
Why are you telling? Tattletale.
I'm not telling.
That's
being
funny,
tough.
though.
We have a
Yeah,
coffee
no.
break early in the morning. Marla.
I seen that
Hi,
comment.
Marla.
You see that comment?
Dr. Marla.
Hell yeah.
What?
I love Marla. I want to sit in with Marla someday. Well, it's always a B&I day.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's always a
true,
B&I
it's
day.
true.
Surrounded
Oh,
I
by
could quit
estrogen.
B&I.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be amazing. wouldn't it?
I don't know how much estrogen you'd be surrounded with me and Marla. I think we're pretty roof.
She said roof.
I don't know about that. Well, let's talk about life being dangerous. Apparently, it is dangerous. We can't eliminate all the risks, but there's things you can do to stay safer now. While a lot of things are common knowledge, like obviously wearing a seatbelt, keeping a fire extinguisher.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a firearm.
That could be. Some things we do all the time are actually putting us in danger, according to emergency
breathing?
room doctors. Now, you might be surprised by this. Based on experience, these are the surprising activities they say could injure you and you end up in the ER.
Walking.
Wearing Crocs.
I've been on this one.
The footwear, it says, isn't just a fashion choice, it puts you at risk. Emergency physician at Chicago Medicine, Dr. Pratt, he says they see Croc-specific injuries at least once a week. The problem is they don't provide
Seriously?
traction or ankle support, so
They admit
people
it?
go flying, and so do their Crocs.
I would not admit that. I'd just say I fell. I wouldn't say I.
They probably come in the Crocs, though.
I would take them off and be like, I was just barefooted.
No, it is embarrassing.
Were they in sports mode?
Okay.
I tripped
I
over
have-
my styrofoam shoes.
I have a pair of Adidas Crocs. Does that
Just
count?
because they're Adidas doesn't make them special.
No, man.
Are they really Crocs because they don't have sport mode?
I don't know. I don't even know what
They're
that means.
Adidas.
Man, I would not wear no.
I'll wear them sometime whenever the weather gets better.
I've never put on a Croc. I tried
Never.
a Croc. I never thought about a Croc.
Man.
And for those of you who put charms on your Crocs,
You need your charmed kick.
no, just stop with the charms
Man.
on your Crocs. It's not going to work.
I seen Croc headlights.
Shut up.
Like you put them in the little holes and there were headlights and they went out so you could see when you were walking. And my son wears them around the house and I almost bought them. Put them in his stocking. They had them at like 5 Below. I seen them. I swear to God. Little bitty flashlights. And when you walk on your Crocs, it lights the floor up.
And you want to know why the world. There you go. There it is, right there.
5
Crocs
Below.
with head-
That was their response to all of these injuries. Let's just put lights on them and you
Put
won't
lights
fall
on them, yeah. Maybe they could put flashing hazard lights, you know. Dad, I'm walking. in
Shut
Crocs.
up.
Jeez.
Or what if they did like saddlebag, like almost like a saddlebag pin? You could
God,
put
yeah,
like
you
a
put little-
This went right in the little
little,
holes.
yeah.
little baggie.
Put your
You know,
weed in.
yeah.
your weed
That ain't big enough for
No, man.
my weed, but
No.
that other stuff y'all do,
I don't know what that is.
y'all, not us.
So here's another surprising injury that could cause you to be in the ER. A surprising thing that could injure you:
Breathing.
petting strangers' dogs.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even giving a friendly pet to a dog you don't know could put you in harm's way.
Yeah.
It says you don't know what kind of trauma the animal's been through.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't ever try to just pet any dog or animal I
I
don't
always
know.
ask.
Yeah, I do too,
I
especially
ask.
with service dogs.
I
You
got
know.
I don't even
not too
try
long
with
ago.
a service dog.
No, if they
it's
got that jacket
yeah,
on
if
and
it's got a
stuff.
vest
I try
on,
to buy it from them. I'll give you $50 for that dog right now. What?
How many of them
All
people
right,
with them
75.
jackets are actually
Okay.
certified dogs? You
Yeah.
see that?
You honestly, you can tell the difference. I don't care what
They
people
try to
say,
bring 'em in
you
the
can
shop.
tell the difference.
I'm like,
In
you
a what?
can't
In a
bring.
service
Tip-
animal
yeah,
behavior?
well, yeah, the behavior because a
Right.
truly trained service
be on
dog
point.
is
It's
going
a
to be
very
on
trained
point.
dog,
It is a
yeah.
very trained dog.
Like a
It is not going
shepherd
to
or
f around, and
It's not
and
gonna be a
the
Chihuahua
vest,
either.
No.
The vest, is like, I'm sorry, but a real true service dog is going to have a very specific vest. It's going to have a lot of different
Paperwork
things
on it.
Yeah, it's going to say
it-
things on it. It's not just going to say.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a dachshund?
You see them in Walmart
Probably
all day.
not.
No, probably not.
It's probably going to be a
a
pit.
Boston Terrier.
You see them in Walmart though, and they'll have like little
Labs,
service dogs. It's like a
doodles.
Chihuahua. Like that
Yeah.
dog cannot be
Yeah.
that smart. That
Bro.
brain is that
That's
big.
an emotional
Bro.
support animal. Not,
Yeah.
There's no,
No,
way.
man.
no,
They can't
no.
be a service dog.
No.
No.
They're the
No.
Special Olympics of dogs. Hell no.
Chihuahuas, them rat
You can't
terriers.
even train a
If it's a
Chihuahua to
mutt,
even housebreak Chihuahuas hardly, man.
Man,
I mean, they're almost
their
impossible.
heads are like that big though, man. Like the size of this.
My
Their
tenant-
brains like acorns.
Yeah, they have to.
my tenant rescued a Chihuahua.
Why?
Because it was getting ready to be put down, but it was on a Navajo
fly.
reservation. It's not a regular Chihuahua.
Okay.
It's actually
It's a
real chill.
Navajo
Yeah, it's an indigenous.
Okay.
It's an indigenous Chihuahua.
I've never
That is
seen
the
a
chillest
laid-back
Chihuahua. It
Chihuahua.
was the most chill thing. It
Some
was
of 'em are.
nothing, and that poor thing just gave birth to 6 puppies.
No.
A little bitty Chihuahua.
We had two, and they were both. If you left you come in, they'll like you, but as soon as you start to leave, they want to bite your ankle. And I was like, no, you're gone.
No.
You're gone. You're out of here. You can't be chasing those people. No. All right. So another way you go to the ER. Big caution for you is slicing avocados or bagels.
Man, I see this all the time.
Oh, because people
Trying
hold
to
it in their
get-
hand.
Trying to get
Yeah.
that little.
And they
Yeah.
do the kind of, they'll go like this.
Yeah.
slice
Yeah,
it off.
they've watched too many Food Network shows, and
Yeah,
they
no,
think
they
they're
think they're
damn
Emma
Bobby
Lagasse
Flay
or
or some
whatever.
shit.
Yeah, no,
Y'all, you're not.
Stop playing with the knives.
Yeah, especially with your Timu
Not
knives.
Bobby Flu Flay.
Your little Timu and Sheen knives.
Tell
Like, y'all
us
gotta
that I have
stop.
Chihuahuas and a rat.
Oh,
terrier.
shit.
And you know they're retarded. And
You know your house is crazy.
You know they ain't
they
trained.
can't be support animals.
They
You know that.
can't.
You know that. Doesn't mean they're not.
Sorry.
Look,
Sorry,
my-
Tasha.
My boxer is the dumbest dog on the.
I wasn't gonna say that, but boxers
I'm
are
sorry,
known
boxers
for
are
being.
dumb.
God, she's
They're so dumb.
She's so dumb, but she.
They would drown in their
But they're
own
awesome
drool.
dogs.
Man,
But
she-
they're awesome dogs.
She's so sweet. I love
Yeah.
her so much, but oh my God, she's
Yeah.
so dumb.
They would drown in their own
Wait,
drool.
I have spent years
They've given
trying
the
to get her
opportunity.
to play fetch. She plays keep away. That's what she does. She'll bring the ball to you, and you start to reach it, and she'll go, oh.
See, that's
It's
my
like,
Dane.
Stop.
My Dane wants
My
so
dog
much
thinks
to
it's a
play, but
soccer
she's
player.
like, no.
Oh yeah, she'll do that
I
sometimes.
throw the ball high and it bounces, and now
then
mine
she'll kick it
jumps up in
around?
the air. No, it jumps in the air and headbutts the ball.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, it's a soccer player, and he bounces it with
What
his
kind
feet.
of yours is Jack Russell or something?
No, it's a
Australian
French.
Shepherd?
it's a shepherd, Frenchie.
French.
Oh, a French.
Yeah, Frenchie.
French what?
It's a bulldog and like a terrier
Oh,
mix.
okay,
He's got
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
short
I know the
face
one.
and yeah.
Yeah, they.
More terriers.
Yeah, he snorts and farts. Yeah.
Yeah, can't
Yeah.
breathe.
He gets
for
happy. and
shit.
goes,
Y'all have to like suck out snot from his nose ever.
Nah, he gets like
The boogers.
in the eyes every once in a while.
The
That's about
worst
it.
thing about Rousey is her gas.
Yes, man.
Because
It's horrible,
my God.
man.
as soon as you hear, because that's how.
Okay.
Man,
It's like a
yes,
snake.
yes.
And then you're
Yes.
like, no, bitch, I'm
Yo.
right.
Ow.
My mouth is open.
Yes.
Stop.
Yeah. There's this
Yes.
video that I shared with some friends of mine, and it's this dog who it's going. I won't. Well, maybe I will. Yeah.
Okay.
So okay.
She's there. You can't see the video, but that's okay. What is he doing?
He's farting.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what are they feeding him? Lug nuts?
No, man, that dog needs help, man.
No,
I know that dog's got an obstruction.
That
like-
girl looks like, what the hell's
that
going
dog-
on?
That dog just shit its liver.
I know y'all can hear that. That is a dog.
I've never even had one that good. I mean, that's like he had a level leg hike at the end.
I wonder if he turned around and smiled at the end of that video.
poor dog.
That's crazy.
I
Poor,
left that
poor
for
dog.
you.
Trampolines are a big
Man,
Oh, bro.
Yes. I have people
Just
coming all
say
the
no.
time from the trampoline park.
Man, it's, you know what?
Just say
if
no.
you're gonna have a trampoline, let me tell you what I suggest: a lot of pads and the little thing that goes around
net?
it. Yeah.
Man.
I remember we used to play.
Don't get it off Facebook
WWE.
Marketplace.
Man.
That's what we played on the
Yes,
trampoline. We
yes.
body slammed my brother. He broke his arm
Yeah.
because he
Yeah.
hit the metal bar. You know, I mean that's what happened.
Yes.
Yeah. So you got to. Those are. You got to be careful with
I
those.
used to dive, so I tried to do like a double on one of them things one time, and I did too, but I landed off the trampoline.
And then it says bicycling without a helmet.
Oh,
What,
that was my
I'm sorry, you
childhood,
deserve
man.
that.
Yeah.
That was my childhood.
Okay, but it's not the 80s anymore.
Right, but that's how we
right?
rode. You
Yeah.
did not ride with a
These are,
helmet
these
on
are
back in
the,
the
they're
day,
talking about them
man.
dipshits that are like,
They got soft skulls nowadays,
yeah.
man.
No, but probably the guys who wear the Power Ranger suits. You know, they're the ones they got to wear the helmet.
Have the gustle, the padded
know,
gustle, or
Yeah, whatever
whatever.
it is.
Padded
and-
crotch.
Yeah. You know, you've seen them in those. They look like wrestlers out there. You know, with their bright colors.
Got
But-
them
but it got-
shades
got it
on that make them look like going
Got it
fast.
unzipped though with their white chest hair hanging out. Yeah, I said it.
and let me
'Cause
tell
y'all
you-
live a certain age.
And let me tell you too, the worst is the guys that are riding those bikes in those outfits and they're in traffic.
On your right.
Oh, man,
And,
you like,
and they're
bro,
not
get
moving
over.
And then they start doing their
Yeah,
turns.
yeah,
signs.
yeah.
turn.
Yeah,
Man, if I
yeah.
could hit you right now with a
Yeah,
sausage biscuit,
yeah.
bro, I swear to God.
I need you to get the off Kavanaugh or
Yeah.
Cantrell or Markham
But you
or
can't
whatever
do
it is.
nothing.
Trail. Get a
That's
sausage.
like
Take
a,
your ass.
that's
Yeah,
like a
all
hate
the
crime,
fucking
though.
money.
It's a
Isn't
hate
it,
crime, though,
right?
if you mess with one of
Ugh,
those, man.
God,
Like, you cannot
can't
mess with
stand them.
That's why I
You
said
can't
I
honk
rather
at them.
throw
You're
a
right.
sausage
You
biscuit.
can't
do it.
nothing.
Can't do it.
It's like a hate
can.
crime.
ACLU will come after
I just
you.
can't get caught.
That's true.
There's
and there's too
cameras
many cameras
everywhere,
out.
man.
I have to be in a borrowed tagless car
Seriously.
with, a
With
faux
bandanas
leaf
on.
With one of them
Yeah.
scarf things like
Yeah.
Paris Hilton's got that doesn't
Yeah.
that keeps
So
the
if you
photos
get-
or whatever.
If you get hit by a guy in a ski mask with a
Hey,
sausage
la la la
biscuit,
la 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 la. It wasn't
it's not
Patrick.
me. It ain't me. It ain't
We don't know what
Wasn't.
you talking about.
No clue.
No, we did.
It was Mike Pope.
We didn't wear it. Yeah, it was Mike.
No, man, I'm agreeing
Love
with
you,
him
Mike.
1,000%. Nobody wore
Nobody
a
wore a
helmet.
We didn't
helmet.
wear any helmets back
There was
then.
no
man.
such thing as a helmet.
No, we were too busy
sure
putting
there
the
Well, okay, I'm sure there was, but it's for
cans on the back tire to
motorcycles.
make it sound
Yeah.
like a motorcycle. Remember
Yeah.
that? Putting
Oh,
the
with
cans.
cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, you put cards in it. You do all kinds of stuff.
Hell yeah.
Man, you trick your bike out.
Yes.
Put different seats. That's what we were always doing as kids, changing seats,
Jacking
changing
bikes.
handlebars. Did you change handlebars a lot?
Oh, yes, we had to because
Because you had to put the cool ones on, right?
well, there were parts of this bike,
Okay.
this bike, this bike, and this bike.
I
I see.
am.
You were
My
in a-
childhood is triggered, and I'm sad
Well, uh-oh.
because I wasn't. I couldn't.
You didn't ride a bike?
No, they kept stealing all the stuff.
Oh,
So
I
I
was
could
probably
never
one-
get a
I might have
bike.
had your bike at one time.
I don't know. I was downtown Little Rock. I don't think you were coming all the way up there to steal a bike, but maybe you
Man,
were.
we got some pretty nice ones, man. We
Yeah,
get some
it was.
GTs,
I promise you
performers.
wasn't a new one.
Remember like the GT performers and the red lines? Like I came
I
across
I wasn't even able to get a bike. Like I got rollerblades. I got rollerblades one Christmas and never even got to put them because they were stolen.
Well, you know what? I lived in Southwest and we had a go kart. It was one of the old.
My
school
friend had a
go-karts,
go-kart.
right?
Awesome.
Rectangle
Yes.
ones,
Oh
you know?
Yes.
my God.
And so we would run that sumbitch up and down the street all the time. But my dad would lock it up outside. We had a carport, not a garage.
Right.
So there was a column there. He would just chain it to the column.
Right.
And we thought he had taken it to the shop. But we come to find out somebody stole it. But we hadn't ridden it in about 2 weeks because the brakes went out. So we were like, yeah, I hope they went down a hill. Uh-oh. You know, yeah. Yeah, it took us 2 weeks to figure out. We were like, when's it coming home from the shop? And he said, what are you talking about? And like, where's the go-kart? And he's like, oh, shit, it got stolen. Then we got another better one. It was more like a dune buggy, and we moved out.
Had like the roll cage on it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And we had this giant hill on our property that we would ramp and jump. And I think we broke the suspension a couple times on it because, you know, I was way too
Them
big.
things
at
didn't
that
have
point.
suspension.
I was like 16, you know, trying to ramp that thing. And then, you're too big. You're too big. Yeah, no, I was.
Mongoose bikes, heck
Oh,
yeah.
Mongoose was
Man,
the
that was a
shit.
good
Oh
one
my
too,
Man,
man.
you had a mongoose.
Do you remember
bike
the
in
ones
'80s,
with
you
the
were
white
somebody.
the white hubcaps on the rims? What were they
Yep.
called? I can't remember the name of
don't
that bike.
remember,
It's
but I
like
know what you're
them
talking
things
about.
were hard,
Yeah.
man.
But if you had a mongoose,
Oh
you
man,
were,
Mongoose.
that was the
That was
thing.
yeah.
What was the other?
They were
was there
GT
another-
Performers,
No idea.
GT Diamondbacks.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
Diamondback.
Yeah, them are expensive, man. They're you can find those online now for about $2,500,
they don't make them
man.
anymore?
No, the OG ones, man, like the original stuff on them.
Yeah.
$2,500.
Really?
Yeah, they're expensive.
Wow.
I got a buddy,
That's a
David's
lot
got a
for
couple
nostalgia.
of them. Man, it's sweet. I almost
So what does he do with them? Does he?
he just puts them up. He won't sell them. I've inboxed him a couple times. He's like, hey, everything's got its price, and he's like,
Come
no.
on. He's like, nah, you ain't getting the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, yeah. But I've seen them on Facebook. I've seen them on eBay go for like $2,500 and
That's
stuff.
but that's
Like
it's
the
gotta
chrome
be-
with like the pink on it and stuff like that, like the
but
iconic
I mean,
ones.
it's got to be for nostalgia.
Man,
It's
I'd buy
not
one in a
because it's
second.
better bike.
If somebody had one in front of me, I'd buy it.
You'd be just
Oh
because
yeah,
you want
yeah,
that bike.
yeah. I would buy it in a second.
Wow. Anybody got a Diamondback?
I missed the kickstand. Remember the they would flip down and you could ride people on the front and the back into the little spoke thing. Yeah. Them things were awesome, man.
Yeah.
Have somebody on the front and the back, man,
The
just going
worst
through
is
town.
the worst as a dude is if you ever had to borrow a bike and it had a basket on it.
Oh.
No, that's the worst.
That was like getting one that had the little girl thing, the little girl
the
slide.
banana seat.
Well, no, like like our bikes went
The
like that. The
grundle.
girls went like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were riding one of those, guys would be like, "Hey, what you sporting?"
Yeah. If a dude was riding a Huffy.
Oh yeah.
no.
That was like wearing pro wings back in the day.
Yeah, no, Huffy was not the top end bicycle at all. It was the Payless
We would always get
bikes.
bikes and strip them down and paint them black. That way nobody knew what you were sporting. They just looked like a cool bike.
Tasha said she crashed into a fence and wasn't wearing a helmet. Did it hurt
Oh
you?
man, that sounds like a bad day.
My brother went off a ramp face down, and he did hurt himself, but it wasn't. I think he just bit his lip or something, broke
Pegs.
busted his nose. What?
Oh, I was just.
You just randomly throwing words out, or what's going
Well,
on?
I was catching up with the chat feed, and for some reason, the word "peg" just always grabs my attention. I don't
what
know
that
why.
means.
Peg leg?
Pegs. I get it now. Brandon's talking about on the
Yes,
bike.
pegs. That's what they were called.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you, Brandon.
Yeah, where you put your feet on. there.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. They
yeah.
flip down and stuff.
Yeah, no, those were cool.
I
if
missed
you
them
had
things,
those.
man. They were bad.
Those came out a little later, though. I mean, they were in the late '80s, but in the mid '80s we didn't have them. We just had the sorry kickstand.
Some of the
Or
old
nothing.
school, like Haros and stuff like that, had these metal on the side that kind of came out and was molded into the bike. It had like a built-in ones,
Yeah.
so you could ride people like that. That's
Yeah.
before you seen the ones flipping down and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
You could, when we were kids, man, we'd ride our bikes miles.
Man,
I mean,
everywhere.
we go all over.
I
Southwest.
show my kids sometimes. I used to ride my bike here. He'd be like, from Willow? I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we used to
Oh,
ride
Did you go to Willow Springs?
No, like Willow Street was on my
Willow
street.
Springs.
And he'd be like, you drove
I
your bike
did.
here from Willow
You did?
Street? And I'd be like, yeah.
You went to Willow Springs?
Oh, man, I didn't.
I mean, I can't believe that. Man, that place stayed open so long. It was such a cesspool, man. I think finally they had to close it because somebody got sick again.
They
Like
did.
meningitis
Yeah.
and stuff.
I think it was listeria that turned to meningitis.
Listeria.
Like, no joke.
It's back.
It was,
Yes, and we've come full circle to the conversation.
I do remember going
yeah.
there, and they
I
had
had a blast.
the big giant diving boards way
Yeah.
up tall. I mean, they were
Yeah.
like, I don't know how high, 30
Yeah.
feet up. I mean, they were
Yeah.
scary high.
Yeah, and I love that they would tell the parents dropping us, when they were dropping us off and everything, or whoever was in charge, that, oh no, absolutely, we don't let them do that.
Oh, man,
The
yeah.
second your parents are gone, it was
You could do anything.
Yeah, all the adults were off
Rocks, it was
finger
mud,
banging
water.
and everything.
Oh, yeah. No, there's
Yeah,
no
nobody
telling.
gave a
We
shit
had
about what the
Hendrix.
kids were doing.
Hendrix had a big pool, and they would open it up for the community. So, like, in the summer, like, all the people in the hood would be at the Hendrix swimming pool.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Really?
Yeah, and I was diver. So everybody would be, hey, get him up on there.
Oh, you were like one of those.
Yeah,
jump
I do gainers, doubles, and all that
Really?
stuff. Yeah, so they had me up there doing
So
it.
now, how did you get into doing that?
I used to, Briarwood swimming pool was like this big
Briarwood.
big pool we had in Conway forever. And they had a low dive and a high dive. And I started doing flips on it in the,
When you were a kid?
yeah,
little?
probably about 8 years old.
Okay.
And one of the lifeguards used to take karate from my dad. And he was like, hey, man, you're actually pretty good at this. Like, try this. And he'd get me to try. So,
Yeah.
and I doing things he'd try to get me to do.
So you never joined a swim team?
No, I didn't have good enough grades for all that,
team?
man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool, though.
But no, I was really good at diving, like off cliffs and stuff like that.
Do you think if you got on a diving board right now, you could still do
Man,
some of that?
when I had my house with the swimming pool, I had a small one, and I did like a 1.5 off of it, a 2 almost. So I was like, I can
Yeah, you
still a
still
little
do
bit.
it.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
I don't know about no gainers and stuff nowadays, but yeah.
What's the gainer?
Gainers when you run off frontwards and you do the backwards flip.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No,
Greg
hell
Louganis, when he
no.
busted his
yeah,
head open,
that's
he was doing a
exactly what
gainer.
I would do.
Yeah,
I would bust my
yeah,
head open.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't do it.
I do that. I used to do that off cliffs in Heber. Run off running like this, just take off running and do a
Man.
backflip. It'd freak people out, man.
I used to watch people jump off cliffs over at Lake Norrell a lot. They would do that.
We
but,
jumped off the amphitheater in Heber.
But there was a guy, this was many years ago, but in Bauxite, and they have signs now that say no diving, but people are still dumb. But he jumped from off the cliff and went into the water, but he went down, it was clay. And he went straight down into it
Yeah.
and never came out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he got brought out, but he
Right.
was stuck there and
Oh
he
my
drowned. Yeah, I mean, that clay is hard to get out of
Yeah.
once you're in there. And I mean, how you going to back out of it? You
I
know?
remember we jumped off a bridge one time in Heber, and you could count to 10 before you hit the water.
Really?
I swear to you.
10?
1, 2, 3. It was 100 and something feet.
Oh my
Like my
God.
feet burned when you hit the.
Really?
People are
You're lucky you didn't
like
break a
we
bone.
pulled up
It's
and
like
ran up the
concrete.
hill. We ran up the hill, and there was boats down there watching us jump, like watching us. There's probably like
Really?
15, 20 people doing it.
That's wild, bro. You were fearless, weren't you?
That with
See,
that
that's too high for me.
that
Yeah.
frontal vortex wasn't developed yet.
Cortex.
Oh, whatever it is.
Or maybe it is a vortex for Chad.
Whatever it may
I
be.
like that better, actually.
Yeah, the
Vortex.
frontal
vortex.
Yeah, I do like that.
It is
actually.
vortex.
Yeah.
Maybe it
All
is.
right.
Maybe it's not
I
developed
like it.
still.
All right, maybe
Bro.
it's not. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, you tell me. Let me mention this very quickly. If you are in need of legal services, I want you to consider Riggin Law. Kristen and her team, they're absolutely awesome, and they can help you whether it's custodial, it's divorce, it's probate, civil, criminal, doesn't matter. They're in Benton. What you'll like about Kristen is she's regular, folks. Yeah, she has a law degree and she's very good. But when you talk to her, you're not going to feel like every other stuffy attorney you talk to. You're going to feel like, hey, I'm talking to a regular person who wants to help me, not somebody who wants to talk down to me and make me feel dumb. And I think that's important. You want to believe in your attorney, not just throw money at
Oh,
them.
yes.
Oh, got to.
Yeah, so go to Riggin Law, RIGGAN, RigginLaw.com. And if you do reach out to Kristen and her team, just tell them that you saw us on the show, and that's how you found them. And that'll be a great help to us. But, yeah, you're definitely going to like her if you use her team. They're
Turn your
awesome.
case into a pillowcase. You be sleeping good.
Yeah. Hey, here's a couple things that a little bit of good news here. A vaccine for pancreatic cancer could serve as new therapy. Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York, they've got an approach to treating cancer with this new therapeutic vaccine that is showing potential in reducing the risk of the disease returning after surgery. Results from the clinical trial revealed that the vaccine triggered an immune response. The immune activation persisted for 4 years after treatment. So patients who got it and showed an immune system response were more likely to remain cancer-free by their 3-year follow-up. So I like to hear us doing stuff that might beat cancer.
Right.
You know. And then this is also interesting scientifically. This is the opposite side of things. For years, thousands of Americans who suffered side effects after getting the COVID vaccine were told there was no evidence the shot was linked, right? Well, some were branded anti-vaxxers. Others told their symptoms were imagined related to other conditions like long COVID. But that changed this week. On Wednesday, a team from Yale University, known for their rigorous work, revealed the mRNA shots can cause a previously unknown condition known as post-vaccination syndrome. That appears to cause brain fog, dizziness, tinnitus, extreme fatigue, biological changes to patients' immune systems. The lead researcher behind the paper said that she understands her findings could be seen as controversial, but she wants patients to know her team will keep studying them for better transparency and safer vaccines. But she said for patients who are suffering from post-vaccination syndrome, we see you, we're listening, and we'll keep on doing more research. She thinks it's going to be a really big thing. She said, I think rigorous scientific research will lead to, well, yeah, we know all that, the better stuff. But I'm glad to hear that they're finally admitting that, hey, there are some problems that these things caused. It's good that there's some ownership out there, some studies that are proving that. One of them, she was talking about one of the cases, a lady who, her name was Kerry, and she's a 43-year-old mom. She got the Pfizer COVID vaccine, and she thought it was a good deed, but it turned into a years-long ordeal with dangerous blood conditions that caused her to become a hemophiliac. Now she's not anti-vaccine. She's just anti that vaccine, But yeah, I think a lot of people were impacted by negatively by that vaccine. And
Anytime they rush something like that, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be stuff that's going to come back.
In theory, I understand the idea and the theory behind it. And in hindsight, it wasn't probably our best move.
Right.
You know what I mean? Probably not our finest hour right there. That's for sure.
We were panicked. We didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody.
we'd never dealt with this before,
Right,
so
right.
we
Not
were literally
in
everybody.
modern
No,
society.
no, everybody was doing the best they could, and
you
doing
seen
what
all
they
that
thought
stuff
was
in
gonna
China.
be-
That stuff was
best
scary
for
watching
us.
that stuff in China, man. Like
Yeah.
how they were doing in China. You're like, is this going to happen here? Like,
Yeah, I heard they said there's another COVID variety they just discovered.
Oh, my
Over at
God.
the Wuhan lab. by
They
the
need to
way.
blow that place up. They need to nuke that
They
place.
just need to nuke
That-
Wuhan.
No,
You move everybody out. Just get everybody out of there and nuke it.
Because the roaches and everything else probably got like these
Why?
crazy super.
well, because if you nuke it, like, isn't all like the whatever's at that laboratory gonna become airborne?
No,
and,
it's gonna
like,
be
nuke
nuked.
it.
It's going to be baked forever.
That's like
okay, well then what
like
about the
Chad.
nuclear fallout?
Obviously, that would be bad.
I mean, I feel like that might be.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I feel like Wuhan has good
I'm not
noodles.
really being serious.
The
I know you're
noodles would
not.
be even better.
But I think Wuhan
The
has
noodles
good
were better.
noodles.
They'd be
They
better.
probably do have some good
They'd
pad.
probably be better
Yeah.
after it got nuked.
Maybe they have some of those ramen.
It had some. it'd
I
be
love
better.
ramen.
Yeah.
I saw something this weekend that made me think about you. There's a neighborhood.
I seen that.
Oh wow, where's that?
Hey,
at?
that's
It's in
hilarious.
Saline.
That's
It's in Saline. Have you ever dealt with anything like this
That's awesome.
in your selling of property?
No, that's wild.
You need to go to this person. You could probably sell their
The
house.
sign says, "My neighbor is a Karen."
Oh, they can't.
And it's a
Yeah, y'all
very-
can't see that.
It's a very large sign.
It's a very,
somebody's
very large
very,
sign.
very, very.
That's
upset.
almost like tarpish. Like
I
that's
mean,
almost bigger than the sign.
That's
But I'm saying
huge.
that's massive.
That's
Somebody's really
metal
pissed off.
stakes.
Yeah,
like
like
that's
that's-
in the
No,
fucking
they're
ground.
pissed.
They did not get that from Vista.
My
Branch.
neighbor is a Karen, and it's white with red letters saying
yeah,
Karen. Like
No,
they
they're
ain't
hot.
playing.
They're not kinds of hot. I wonder.
Caution,
There's
nosy
gotta be a
neighbor.
story there, right?
Oh, she's
Yeah,
a Karen.
yeah.
That's the story.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. This sign of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it. Okay. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it. Blah blah blah. Okay. Quit doing this.
Tell the
noise.
story.
This has absolutely nothing to do with the dog and everything to do with my neighbors. I'd like to know about the dog. If you know, you know. We don't know, so update us. Thanks to all of you for your support. It's left up as a reminder of a previous neighbor that suffered consequences of trying to grab my then 9-year-old daughter, and another that continued his shenanigans until recently. I don't have to name names or point fingers. They know who they are. I bet you do.
But they're former neighbor now.
Well,
so
I'm guessing they. I mean, are they?
Well, I'm saying it sounds
Since
like.
there's so much.
So they're getting like all
But I'm
about it
saying
after their neighbor's
if-
already
if
gone.
the neighbor has left,
This is Jason Kirk. Jason Kirk posted this,
Okay.
and it's his sign. He's like, I have no shame.
well, I'm
and
just
blah, blah,
saying, is the neighbor gone that was the Karen? Because now
I'm trying
the
to
neighbor who
find
moved
out.
in is like, hey,
What's
I'm not a
up?
Karen.
Yeah, like why you?
Why you- why
What's
you
up?
just-
Oh, they're going to be on Google Maps. That's so funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, I'm trying
Jason.
to get more information.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this a little bit
I-
while back when this went up.
No, I'm not
But-
seeing anything like that. If I did, I'd be like, wow,
Man.
that's going to be a problem for selling.
We all
this
Like
house.
want
reminds
the
me of
entire
Step Brother.
story.
Remember when they're trying to sell the house? and
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they get the Nazi and the KKK stuff.
Yes. Oh my God.
And he's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
he-
best
yeah.
one's when he's dead.
No,
You
that is-
killed him.
Yeah, that is great, man. That is great.
Man.
No, I can't imagine that. That would be a real challenge. Or if
Oh,
you got
man.
that going on with your neighbor selling your house,
Bro.
you might need to wait or talk to the
Man.
neighbor. I might need to go by and talk to your neighbor for you.
I got neighbors that are.
What about neighbors? You ever had?
Whoa.
You ever seen people who have perpetual yard sales?
Oh man, that drives me crazy. Not
Like you go out
yes.
Arch Street.
Like they're always selling something. You're like, man, you're broke.
That guy's had a yard sale for like 20 years. I can't imagine the shit that's out there's not all
Man,
destroyed
it's
from
just stuff he
rain,
got in his house,
snow.
and he's like, okay, what am I gonna sell
Yeah,
today?
yeah. Let me buy your snow globe.
I'm gonna take that fixture down and sell it.
Yeah.
We called them people crackheads when I grew up.
Those don't last 20 years. They move quicker than that. You know, they can't stay anywhere.
That was somebody getting a problem and just kind of degrading. You know what I'm saying? Like that was them going through their struggles, man.
yeah,
Like,
Man.
I started with the house, now I got a car.
So did you find something else out over there, or we?
She's in the rabbit hole,
I'm
man.
trying. Yeah, I'm honestly. I might have to just report back to y'all on
She's in
Wednesday
the
on
comments
this.
on this, man. It's running.
Yeah, I
deep,
think
too,
I'm gonna
man.
have to go to Jason's profile and maybe do some research.
Maybe we need to
'cause
have
this has been
Jason
up
on
for
here
a
to
bit.
explain
Yeah.
this, man.
Yeah, maybe Jason
Honestly?
needs to.
Ooh.
We need to reach out to Jason.
Jason, get on
see
here,
what
man.
That story is, man. Get him up here. I'm sure that's got to be.
She's trying to get to the
I'm
top.
trying to get to.
I don't know what's happening.
I scrolled so far to the freaking comments.
Jason Kirk, you're about to get an inbox.
He works for UPS too.
Uh-oh.
Go
Let's see.
Jason.
Okay.
Go Jason. Dang, Jason.
He's been busy.
I respectfully. Dang, Jason.
What? What is it?
He's got his shirt off.
Dang,
That's
Jason.
all it took.
I mean, his
wife
is,
and stuff are-
His wife is
kids are
gorgeous
right
too.
there.
I'm not trying to be that guy. I apologize, but some things will just.
Now you
dang.
can't message him.
Oh, he's fat.
I'm not. No.
He's real fat.
I mean, he's okay.
Jason-
If we're doing PHAT,
Jason Kirk's a fat ass.
he's a.
He's a lard ass.
He's gonna have a sign that says "I hate Patrick" in his yard now.
Oh, he's definitely.
I'm kidding, man.
Definitely.
I'm
I mean,
kidding.
he's definitely your cup of tea, just based off of what he posed. So
I
he's.
don't know what that.
What does that even mean,
I
man?
mean, he surely.
Does he post about broadcast? That's my cup of tea.
I see a bunch of I see a
I
bunch of
assume that's
frowny
what you
faces.
mean.
I see a bunch of frowny faces on this post, so I kind of get what she's talking about.
I love it. I just want to know what my cup of tea is. I don't even know. I like.
I knew it was coming.
What is it?
Roses are red, whites are blue. Illegals are coming to deport you.
No, come here illegally and we'll deport you. You completely read that
I
wrong.
would never post
My
that.
dyslexia, leave me alone.
I would never post that. What are you talking about? You've never seen anything like that on my page.
I don't look at your page.
Well, right. I'm just saying I don't post shit like that.
No, but I've been on this show long enough.
Hey, man. Now, don't
Hey, I think I do know this
I'm
guy.
in the middle.
I feel like I know this guy.
Let's see. Let's see what he looks like. I don't know him.
He looks a little familiar.
I don't know him.
Have any
but I
friends in
need to know
common?
his story.
Oh, you know what? I doubt
Somebody
it.
go find Jason for us. He's
She's
in the-
already found him. She's
he's in
stalking him,
ESC.
man. Look,
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
What?
she's stalking him.
My face screwed things up.
Oh no,
I know, right?
she's over
Okay.
here.
Yeah, I don't know him. He doesn't look familiar to me, but that doesn't mean anything. The SC has gotten much bigger, from the day. The SC is way bigger now. Wayne County. Well, it is, man. She's over there.
The SC. Sounds like we're doing like The Hills or something, when the TV show.
I stole it from the
SC.
OC.
It's the SC.
I call it the SC.
Yeah, but the SC has blue holes.
Yes, it does.
OC
holes.
just has.
There's blue holes and meth.
And the OC just has fentanyl.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Like cocaine.
Rich people and fentanyl.
Cocaine,
Rich people and cocaine.
booger sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have any mutuals with him, but I will. We'll see if he wants to. Oh no, never mind. Okay.
All right, you're good there. Then?
I'm sorry, I'm having way too much fun.
All right. Hey, listen, if you're thinking about buying a home, here's what I want you to do. I want you to reach out to Josh Taylor over at First Horizon. Josh is very, very good people. You've seen him on the show more than once. And what they've got is they have something that I don't think anybody else does, which is they have $15,000 grants, up to $15,000, I think, in grants that you can get as a first-time buyer to go towards your closing cost as well as your down payment.
It's awesome.
Well, that is awesome. I mean, especially if you're
First time buyer,
yeah,
man.
I mean, that's hard to come by.
Hell yeah.
Now, you can catch Josh. You can call him at 351-2579, 351-2579, Josh Taylor. Tell him I sent you. And if you are doing VA loans, they cover the cost of your appraisal, I know, maybe your inspection, but I know the appraisal's paid for, and they lower some fees as well for veterans. So if you don't, if you didn't get the information quickly enough, you can always reach out to me as well, and I can get you his information anytime. When did you guys buy your home, Chad?
I bought mine in 2020.
In 2020.
That's COVID year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was right around there.
Yeah,
So
about COVID, end of COVID.
was it a good time to buy a house for you then?
I think I got it right. Well, okay,
When
like
it should.
well, my street ends like right here in the, like another part of my neighborhood. The houses that are across the street from me are like $40,000 and $50,000 more, and it's the same houses because you can watch the price increase go as you go down the
The
street.
neighborhood?
Yeah, it's wild. And same exact
is wild.
setup, same
Yeah.
house, everything, man.
Yeah.
So I think I did in that sense. I think I got in a good
You got in
time.
pretty good, yeah.
Because I look at the market and I'm like, yeah, I can actually make money off this thing now.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you buy right, you
Yeah,
can do
so
it.
so
You
I
know,
guess I
that's-
bought right, similarly right, yeah.
Well, that's what,
But it was a horrible time because I was buying it during that time where everybody's overbidding like we talked about
Yes,
before. So
the
I dealt with
worst.
all that,
That's
man.
why I was asking.
And I was at the point where I was fixing to do what you did. But I'm glad I didn't because I heard about your
Oh,
horror
yeah,
story and
that's
that's
right.
exactly what would happen
No,
to me.
that's exactly right. You know, we
Throw some money at it and fix it. No, don't always fix it,
no,
man.
we goofed up. That's what got me into real estate because my experience when
Yeah, man, I
when I bought
imagine.
my home was so bad that I was like, man, I can do better
Yeah,
than that.
yeah,
you
man.
know? But I bought my home, and what happened was, everybody was overbidding, and we found a home we liked, and we thought, well, you know what we'll do
Throw some money
is
at it.
we'll overbid, and it'll be way too high,
Right.
and so they'll have to sell it to us at the appraisal price.
Right.
That son of a bitch appraised for what we bid on it.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, no,
Yep.
that's not what we wanted to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we bought it at the top of the market. The top price was good. Yeah, no. So, and I still, I wish I'd kept it actually.
You might have made some money on it by now if you had held on to it. The way the market's
you
kept
know,
going.
it would have been if I'd have known then what I know
Right,
now.
you probably would have held on to
Yeah,
it, huh?
I would have. I definitely would have done that. One or two or three ways I could have done that would have been smarter. But I just didn't know then.
Right,
What I know now.
right.
So how long you bought it in 2020? Yeah. So when you bought it, did you get any type of program or anything? Did you
No,
get a deal?
because I'd had some stuff before, so it wasn't like a first time buyer.
I
You know what I'm
gotcha,
saying?
I
Like my
gotcha.
credit wasn't the
Yeah.
best and all. Yeah, so
Okay.
my credit when I bought my house in 2020, that's when I got my first Challenger and stuff like that. That's when my credit was like, okay, starting to pay off from all the hard work.
Yeah.
from-
See
you know what
that,
I'm saying,
that
from
house
building it
I
up.
did in Conway, that was one of the things I think they were most pleased with is that they're getting a $15,000 credit
That's
for
awesome, man.
renovations.
Yes.
but
Hell
They're
yeah.
also buying it below market value. So when
That's
the
two
renovations are
bangs.
done, they're going to have instant, a good
Right.
amount of equity right
Right.
off the top.
Mhm.
And so sometimes if you can do things like that, it can be a real win for a buyer.
Yeah, it makes you feel better when you're when you're there. You know what I'm saying? You
Well,
don't feel like
hell
you got
yeah.
ran over the coals and stuff, man.
No, that's exactly right. But you'd be amazed. A lot of people I put a video out a couple days ago, or maybe longer than that, 3 or 4 days ago, about some different things as a first time buyer you might not know, and you'd be amazed at
Oh, man,
some of the
yes.
things they don't.
You can go to
realize.
classes and they'll give you money off your house for going to these classes and learn how to do better, like paying your bills.
Yeah,
Pretty much
that's
is
true.
much
You
what
can
it
do-
is, man.
You can do that.
Like they have all kinds of stuff out there, man. You just got to look for it.
Yeah, but some of the things people don't know too is how you can negotiate. People
Oh,
think you
man.
can just negotiate with dollars, but you can negotiate repairs. You can negotiate
Closing clause.
all kinds of different things that you can move the numbers in different ways to
Right.
to accommodate a buyer.
That was a
or
big
to
thing
get
on
what
my
you want.
house. I didn't want to pay the closing costs. Like I was
Yeah.
fighting. I didn't want to pay
Yeah.
it.
Nobody wants.
Nobody
to pay
wants to
them.
pay that,
No,
no.
nobody wants to pay them. No, but it's right now. It's trickier to get closing costs paid than it would have been.
It was really tricky on
But
mine.
everything was so much. I mean, again, when everybody was bidding higher and overbidding, everybody would, I'll put closing costs in
Right,
because
right.
they were raking in ducats.
Mhm.
But now that prices have settled back down to normal, just getting your closing costs paid on a whim is not so easy.
Look
What's
at that
say?
last comment, man.
My mom's looking into getting a VA loan, and if she does, we want to use you as our realtor. Well, thank you.
Love
That's
that.
No,
awesome,
I
man.
appreciate that, Tasha, and I'll be glad to help with that. I use the VA myself, and if you can use a VA loan, they are great because it doesn't require down payment.
My
And that's
son,
huge.
my son has graduated college and stuff. He's been out like 3 or 4 years now. He's getting ready to buy a house, and he's definitely going to holler at you in Conway.
Okay. Well, for sure.
So
for sure.
yes,
For sure.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'll definitely help him out.
First
You know I
time
will.
buyer, got awesome
Oh,
credit,
yeah, no.
awesome job. I'm proud of him.
No, he'll do well.
Yeah.
He'll find something
He'll
good.
find
Yeah,
it,
we'll absolutely be able to work something out there. It's you know, if you can just get your credit in line, that's
Yes,
the main thing.
yes.
You know, get an app like Credit Karma or something like that, and just slowly work on it. It'll tell you.
It takes time too,
It
man.
does take time. You know, I know that this day and age, everybody wants things instantly.
Right.
But it might take you 6-8 months a year to get that right if you're really working on it diligently
Yes.
and following. Credit Karma will tell you what to do. It'll tell you the things that are costing you. It'll tell you what needs to be paid, what needs to come off your credit. It'll tell you how to dispute it. You can dispute through Credit Karma.
Oh yeah.
And they have X number of days to reply to that. And if they don't, it comes off your credit. So you can gamble. Hey, let me throw this dispute out there.
They might not respond. You might
Maybe
get
they
lucky.
won't. I've had it happen before, you know, or you have something on there that's inaccurate, you know, you can check that. I mean, look,
Somebody with the same name have some stuff on their credit. It might be on your credit.
if you can get in the 600s somewhere, you know,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a good chance you can get a home, you know. Now, the closer you get into the 700 range, then the world becomes more
Oyster.
yeah, it's a lot better for you on rates. It's a lot better for you on required amounts down or things like that, you know, because obviously the better credit, the better deals you get. That's just the way of the world, right? But look, if you're at a 610 right now, don't kick yourself because in months you could be at over 700.
yeah.
Absolutely.
That's not crazy.
Yeah.
If you're in the 500s now, then look, in a year you can be in the mid 6s and you could still buy a house that
Right.
way. You know, so-
What I noticed coming up, like from horrible credit to good credit, and it's really weird. When you're at that bottom point, you can't get nothing. You can't get nobody to give you money. When you start getting that credit score, people start throwing you credit cards and money, and it's wild how it switches from one end to the other end, man.
well, that's the trap.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
it is a trap.
People, you know, they start doing better, and then
Yeah.
they start getting all
Yes.
these offers, and they take them.
Yes,
and,
you don't
and
do
you
that.
don't want to do that.
No.
No, you want to.
But they do. They start throwing everything at you. You want a loan for this? Dude, here you go. And it's like,
Yeah, no.
back
don't-
when I was broke, y'all wouldn't throw them. There was a reason why they wouldn't throw them at me when I was broke.
Yeah. See, if I have a, what does that say?
690.
Oh no, that's definitely enough to get a home, Tasha. Yeah, if
Absolutely.
you've got a 690,
You're good,
you can
man.
Get a home. Yeah, absolutely. Now, you know, look, there are exceptions. If you had, I mean, yes, you can absolutely do that. Let's say you have an outstanding collection that's on credit. You probably don't at a 690, but if you did, you'd have to pay that.
The debt to ratio. is
Yeah,
what they-
your debt to income.
Yeah.
But you can't have outstanding collections.
No. They're going to make
when
you pay
buy
all
out.
that.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay that.
Yeah.
Anything that's arrears, you're going to have to pay, and you can't have. You can't be behind on child support.
Right,
You
right,
can't be a
right.
deadbeat dad, for
Right,
example.
right.
To buy a house, it's a little harder, you know.
Should be.
But yes, you could absolutely get a home with that. You know, once you get your credit there, then it's just a matter of
Finding the house,
You know,
man.
finding the house and
The right realtor.
that, but also financing. You know, you want to make sure before you do it, you know exactly what you're going to be up against. So, are you going to have to put 3% down? Or are you going to have to put 5% down, 0 down? You know, what are closing costs going to be? Because people think about down payment. They don't think about closing costs because everybody doesn't talk about that. But oftentimes, down payment closing costs are real similar.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you figure if you got to put 3% down, you're probably going to have about 3% closing costs.
Right.
You know, and then those are just facts. But yeah, no, that absolutely is good enough to get a home.
I think ours, we had to put, like 10. I think we had to put 10,000 down on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember when I bought my house, I had the VA, so I didn't have to put a down payment, but I paid $7,000 in
Yeah.
closing costs.
Yeah. See?
You know,
So,
and that
yeah.
was, let me tell you, scratching that check.
that sucks, man.
Oh, that does suck, man.
Man.
That is painful as hell, man.
Man.
Nobody wants to scratch a $7,000
Man.
check, man.
Oh.
Unless you're buying a Lambo
Man.
at a deal, you know.
I remember when I bought my first new car, I paid, it was like, that one was like 15. I paid cash for it on it. And I went and I put all $100 bills across the table and I took a picture. I was like, I got to at least get a picture of this,
Oh,
man.
you had 15 stacks?
Yeah, I was like, I got to get a picture of
Yeah,
this.
no, that's dope. What kind of vehicle was it?
My first Challenger. They got
Oh,
totaled. Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
now
you just dropped
and
cash
this one
on
I had to put 21 down on it.
Dang.
because the interest rates are so high.
Yeah.
So it dropped it down to 8% if I dropped that much money on it, because
On
I
the-
couldn't
the
deal with the
house,
high.
you mean?
No, on my car,
On your car, you
Yeah.
put 21 what down?
21,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a steep down payment.
It
Chad.
was going to be 15% interest though.
Oh my God.
So if I put that down, it dropped it to 8.
Wow.
So I was like, hell yeah, I'll do it.
That's wild.
But
bro.
yeah, that's why I did it.
15%,
Yeah.
Man, that is. Let me tell you what you won't get at Fitz Auto: 15% interest at 10%. That's the high mark.
It was
I think.
crazy. Like the car
mean,
was so
that's
expensive
crazy,
and stuff.
man.
There, yeah, that was like, no, man, I cannot do that.
Yeah. No, that's
It's insane.
that is insane, man. That's a. I have never. I don't think I've ever given anyone 21 grand for anything in my life.
That was hard, man.
I'm not sure I've.
I love
had-
my car though, man.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to think if I've had 21 grand at one time. But how can I ask? And I'm not trying to be too nosy, but I am. So if you put 21 down, how much was the Challenger? I mean, altogether.
Right at 56,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that's.
And they were trying to get me to get a Scat, and I wouldn't do it. The Scats are like 60 something, right at 60.
Yeah, that's a little bit bigger engine.
Yeah.
And what's the difference in that?
It's got a bigger engine. It's got a 392, I believe. Mine's got a 345 in it.
Now, what kind of mileage does that thing get, man?
Mine gets 100 miles to a full tank of gas.
That's not what I'm asking. How many miles a gallon?
Like,
7, 9, 10, 12, 15? What?
I think it's like 8.9.
8?
Yeah.
Wow.
But since I've been driving to Little Rock, it's doing better because I'm on the interstate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
I put on
obviously, yeah.
cruise control, so I'm getting better. But yeah, when I first got it, it was like,
Man, that's.
and my wife's got the same car, but it's got a 6, and I'm like,
See,
maybe I shouldn't have got this Hemi.
When I drive my wife's vehicle, and it's a great vehicle. I mean, it's like, it's cushy as hell. That
Right.
that Infinity,
Right.
the QX80.
Yeah, them things ride smooth.
Oh no, it's like riding a cloud.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But it's 15 miles a gallon. Is
Yeah,
what I
that's a heavy thing, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is.
Mine's heavy too, so yeah.
Yeah, 15 miles a gallon. Though I'm getting in a bus.
Yeah.
You're getting 8.
But I'm flying down the road.
You are flying. That's true. And, you are flying. You probably drive a little faster than I do.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
My wife gets them alerts on them live
but
360s. They have the Indy car as me as an Indy car.
Oh my God.
But I know your Jeep is not a standard.
No, she's got a 4x4
I mean,
too.
you have a nice Jeep with nice upgraded wheels, tires, all that.
It's
I mean,
all right.
It's
yeah.
it's
How
all
long-
right.
how
That
long-
thing's nice,
How long
man.
have you had that? What is it?
I bought it in 2016.
It's electric blue.
Hydro Blue Pearl.
Oh, okay.
Pearl,
The new blue's B5. I didn't know if it was a B5.
No.
So Hydro Blue Pearl. Now, may I
Yes.
ask, when you bought it in 2016, may I ask what at that time the price was?
26 and some change.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's a
hell
deal
of
now,
good
man.
Deal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could not get that Jeep for that price, right? I bet you couldn't take that Jeep
No.
and get that price.
No.
It'd be worth way more than that.
I looked at Jeeps. I know.
Jeeps are one of the few cars that hold
do
that
hold
hold a lot of
They're
value.
kind of truckish. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Well, they are.
The
trucks.
Gladiator is a straight up truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird though.
Yeah.
It's
I
got
have
a bed
such
on
a-
it.
No, I
Jeep
have such
people-
a hard
some Jeep
time
people
don't
waving at
accept-
that thing.
they don't-
No,
no,
we
they
don't.
don't
We
accept
really
that.
don't. We
Nope.
really don't.
That's
and
not part of the herd.
but I will accept a Gladiator before I will accept one like a Wagoneer or a Cherokee or something, because when they're out there doing the little wave at me and got their fucking ducks on their dash, I'm like, you're not a Jeep.
That's what Challenger guys do.
You're not a Jeep.
That's how we greet each other.
Yeah.
Swear, man.
Flip each other off.
Yeah.
All right. Tasha said
Oh, hi, Tasha.
A Facebook user commented, said, Patrick, you need to do a segment teaching us something we don't know and no one else is talking about.
That's yeah.
Okay. Here, I'll throw you something you might not know. Every house comes with some appliances, but not necessarily all appliances.
So
And they're
true.
not all the same.
Wash
No.
So typically what you will get is the stove, the dishwasher, and that's really those are
About
the
it,
two that
man.
you're going to get. Now you might get a refrigerator, It's a
Microwave.
maybe. Microwave. Yeah, that's it. Stove, microwave, dishwasher. But a refrigerator is a bonus if you
Right.
get that. Sometimes you'll see a washer and dryer. Not often, but sometimes you will. But most of the time, you can count on you need a refrigerator.
Yes.
If it comes with one, that's great. Now, can you negotiate? Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's something
yeah.
I have done, and this is something a lot of people don't think about is, let's say you look at a house and you like the house, and let's say, look, if you're, let me put it like this, if you're a broke dick, it's harder to negotiate, okay? But if you got decent credit, you have
Right.
the money you need, okay? The negotiation becomes a little easier. So let's say you look at a house, you like something in the house. You're like, okay, well, we can make an offer and say, I want to buy the house contingent on I get this.
Right. No,
And
yeah.
you'd be amazed at how many people will say yes to that.
Yeah.
It might be a refrigerator. I've seen it with pool tables.
Yes.
I've seen it with all kinds of things
Yes.
where, big giant wall pieces.
Because then people are like, at the end of the day, if I just get them this and I
If
got
I
this
can
house
sell the
sale,
house, I'll
I'm
let
going
you
to
go.
do this, man. Just get them
Right.
the damn pool table and sell the house.
Right, right.
So you
All the
can
time.
get some of that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and that's one of those things that a lot of people don't realize. So when I say when you negotiate, there are many ways to do it. You can negotiate money. You can negotiate repairs. You can negotiate repairs to get done before. You
What
can
about
negotiate
warranties?
repairs after. You can get warranties.
I mean,
and
that's
there are
like a new
different kinds
thing.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are different kinds. Like the home in Conway I had, I put a 210 warranty on it.
That's what mine had when I bought it. 2
Yeah.
years outside, 10 years inside.
Yeah,
That's
and,
what, yeah.
And it's it was a full 1 year warranty that covered everything for the buyer. So, but everything in the house basically, even appliances,
Right.
HVAC,
Everything
Now,
that came in the
not
house.
Every home warranty covers everything though. So you have to find out what home warranty you're getting,
Yep.
and that's
Read
important
it.
too.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, no, those are great
And
questions.
do your new houses come with warranties nowadays? Is it like a
No,
standard thing?
well, I mean, you have a builder warranty that's usually a 1 year warranty, and then sometimes, like if they just built a brand new subdivision,
Right, that's what I got
yeah,
into. That's what I was
if they built something brand new, typically the builder is on the line certainly for a year, but oftentimes longer when it comes to the most significant, like a foundational
Right,
issue, or
right,
something
right,
of that
right.
nature. There was a builder in Benton who ran into a problem because I guess they didn't do the irrigation as well as they could have.
He's in
and
a
it caused
floodplain.
Problems.
Dang.
And he had to come back and clean a lot of
Bring it up.
How about selling a house that isn't up to code? Sure, you can sell a house that isn't up to code. It just depends on.
Can't move in right away, though,
Well,
can you?
No, you could. You could. So there's different kinds of financing. If you're doing FHA, if you're doing VA, those are government-backed loans. So the government won't back a loan on a what some people would call a handyman special,
Right.
something like that. So a VA or FHA home, because the government backs it, it has to be a home that fits all the certain criteria. But if you buy conventional, you can buy a home that has all kinds of problems with it. It's fine. So that's now if you're going through the finance company, when they inspect it or when they appraise it, they'll tell you, no, you can't. You can't buy a home if the electrical's not up to code and is a problem. But again, if it's conventional, it doesn't matter.
Have you heard her situation, though, Latasha's?
I don't know.
That's why she's asking about this. I know about it. You
Oh,
need
you
to
do?
talk to her about it, man. Like, she bought this house, and,
Yeah.
like, they didn't tell her, like, all this stuff. Like, man,
Yeah.
I feel bad for you, Latasha, man. I know what you're talking about right now. You need to hit him up,
yeah,
man.
you do need to call me.
Because I told her, I was like, there's got to be laws about some of this
let's-
stuff, man.
Call me or message me
Yeah,
and
we
tell
talked
me a little
about
bit
this.
more, because I'd like to know more about what's going on with that and see if I can at least, even if I can't.
She said she's got a room with no window in it. I'm like, how's your kid's in a room with no window? How's that legal?
I don't
Like,
know.
if the
I
house
mean,
catches on fire, like, what are you going to
I
do,
don't
man?
know. I mean, there are rooms that don't have windows.
But it was all kinds of stuff. It's
yeah,
not
it
just
sounds
that.
like it's a lot. I'd have to know more, but it does sound odd to me. And yes, if you want to look, I have people who I've got a couple right now. They're selling a home and buying a home simultaneously. You can do that. So we just need to talk about it, Tasha, and see what we could do. What we can work on. I know a lot of folks. I've got some good resources. So even if we're not selling your house, I might be able to help you with some things.
Right.
So definitely get with me. What's up, Rich? Rich Rockwell saying
What
good
up?
morning.
What's up, Rich?
Hope the comedy show was good.
Right?
I'm sure we'll hear all about it tomorrow when it comes in. We'll be talking
He's
about that.
texted this morning in the group text talking about it.
Oh, did he?
He said the guy got up there and was really funny, and then after that he was just going, Pretty much
He's
is what he
talking
takes.
about the real tall guy. What's his name? Luke?
I don't know who he was talking about. He just sent the
Yeah, I
message.
think that he's a real. He came in here. He's super tall. He's like 6'8".
So there's a group chat?
Well, last night there was for like
There
just a second. It was a
'cause
guy
we were talking
thing.
about going to the comedy show.
Oh, that's a,
No, they reached
guy
out
thing.
to me. Yeah, they were trying to get me to go.
You did not want to be in that group chat
No,
last night.
you didn't want to be.
There
in
were
it,
some
trust
things
me.
that were very, very
No, you didn't want to be in that. You don't. No.
rich.
No, they were trying to get. They were all messaging me, trying to get me to go to the show, and then everybody started saying crazy shit, and I was like, "How did this happen?"
I was kind of.
I feel like I'm here with Laura now. That's what she would do. Oh, you had a group chat without me, did you?
sounds great.
Okay.
It's a gay thing.
Yeah,
Were y'all sharing your feelings in your safe space?
We need a group chat.
that's what we were doing.
Somebody says we need a group chat.
Yeah, no,
It would get kicked off.
yeah, no, definitely.
The last thing was Patrick leaving an emoji of a nuke bomb going off. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I said, yeah, this has gone nuclear. I'm out.
Like it got bad.
I'm out of this. Yeah, I gotta go. Yeah, you're saying crazy shit, man. It's funny when people get in chats, they'll start saying all kinds
man.
of stuff, man.
Yup.
You're like, wow. Yeah. Anyway.
I had a group chat going on with a couple ladies one time, and it got so bad that one of them was like, "Yeah, I have to. I love y'all, but I have to step away from this. Like, I can't. She's like, I can't open my phone at work when I get a notification from y'all because it might be a video of a dick or something, whatever." And we're like,
Yeah.
I was like, man, I get that. Proud of you, man. Set them boundaries.
No, I was.
And the other girl has yet to talk to her. This has been 8 years. She hasn't talked to this chick since. I was like, you need to walk that off.
That's my a friend of my wife's, and listen, I would not say this except that she's cool with it. She don't mind.
Yeah.
But I would never want to be her guy because and I mean because she's got like a collection of dong pics, everyone she's ever been
Oh,
sent.
you told me about
Yeah,
this.
she has a whole file full of them, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to feel good about that as your guy. I'm going to need you to get rid of all of them.
Right?
No, I think
Delete,
all
delete,
those
delete,
go.
delete.
No, I think she should turn them into like a peel and stick wallpaper.
No, she should. I mean, you got so
And
many
display
now to
that
do something
shit.
with them, but
That's awesome. That could be a freaking art installation,
John
like
Dick.
AMFA or
You see,
something.
again,
Yeah,
this is-
John
this-
Dick. Call it John Dick.
this is the problem.
I've got ideas.
No, this is the
My
problem.
horoscope told me I need to be doing something with with my creativity. So let's like
Richard said he got very baked.
Joel, you can go over to the website patrickandthepeople.com. He asked how much shirts were. We've got shirts online there for you. You can order it whenever you're ready. They'll ship it right to your house. Do you think the cost of materials and labor will go up once the rebuilding of California's material and labor for what? Here?
for
He's
everything.
talking about in general
Wait,
because
hold
all
on.
the wood and
No,
stuff.
the material and labor material's already up. I mean, it's-
Everything's
it's
going to
been
just
up.
stay up. If it's up, then it's up.
It ain't gonna go down.
Is Tasha on the group chat?
Who?
Tasha said, "Damn, how you going to leave my girl out the group text? Is she on the group text?"
No.
Oh, no, it's all
okay.
guys.
No,
Okay.
That would be.
I was about to get real. I was about to flip a table.
No.
Straight up.
Back
Tasha gonna be on that group chat, not me. Kristen, you on it?
No,
It was me, Rich, Bundy, and Chad. Yeah. That's it.
bunch of knobs.
Yeah. It's a sausage party and a phone, okay? That's what it was.
It was an OF special.
There wasn't anything you missed out on that was earth-shattering necessary.
I'm sure it
No
wasn't.
feelings were shared.
I'm sure. I don't give a
Oh,
shit about your
man.
feelings
We didn't
anyway.
talk about the cat, you know.
Oh, y'all, the cat definitely missed me during the ice and snow. Like this cat was on me. I picked him up and he was just like snuggling on me. Oh my god.
He was on me too, and then I put him in a headlock for about 30 seconds. And he stopped. I was like, that's it, I'm done. I just wrenched him.
We talked about my heritage.
We did talk about it.
We talked about the
Oh yeah.
Chad heritage.
No, we talking about Rick last night. Remember?
That's
what started the whole roasting was him talking about his heritage.
Oh, yeah.
His-
no,
his-
no. Rich,
really?
you can tell your own jokes when you come in. I'm
Wow.
not setting your jokes up for you.
No,
Not that one.
I've got so many ideas of what that
don't wanna
you
means.
don't want to know.
No, just based off that, I think I already know. That makes me uncomfortable.
No, not really, but it was. I mean, not really.
It was uncomfortable.
Not really, but kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you dropped a nuclear
did.
emoto
I did.
thingy.
Yeah, that was
Whatever
because I
the fuck those things
roasted
are now.
someone's mom.
Rich's mom?
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember whose mom it was. I just know at the end, once I get to that place, I'm going to start
I
hitting
love you,
that.
Tasha.
I'm going to start hitting you on your mom. That's,
Well, Brandon, were you in the group
he
chat?
was not in the group.
Damn.
I told you, me.
No, I heard, but I was looking at his comment. He's like, "We're gonna get in trouble."
I'm gonna get kicked out of the group chat now. I'm kicked out, man.
All the group chat's not even a group.
Screw it. Get a group chat going now.
It was a text
What the?
message.
I don't care.
I feel like the snitch now.
I need a group chat. Stat.
this is-
Brandon.
this is-
Brandon, get on it.
This is how relationships collapse, right?
It ain't money. It's group chats,
Jill said there's 25 of them.
God.
bro. Y'all think it's mofo sliding into DMs, money conversations?
Oh, look at that ugly. Look at that.
Things
Look at that
like
mug. Look at that mug.
What?
Kerry, were you on the group text?
Oh, it's Kerry. Kerry,
Carrie, open the door.
Come on.
Was you part of the group
Kerry.
text? Come in here.
No, he was not part of the goddamn thing.
Get the cat.
Leave that pussy out of here.
No, I want the pussy.
Pause.
P-Dub.
What's up, Kerry? What's up, buddy?
Kerry's on the group chat.
Give him-
Kerry's on the group chat.
No,
I
no.
don't need to hear this shit. I'll just talk.
You don't
He
need-
can hear us.
It's not important.
Oh my God.
What's going on with you, man?
I need a group chat with 11 people
What'd
now.
What'd you do this weekend?
Not a lot.
No?
No.
You can get on the mic if you want.
All right.
Yeah. Just
Sorry
get
about
on.
that.
No, you're good. You didn't do much?
No, work. I work every Sunday, so
Yeah.
it's a 6-day.
You
week
work
for me.
every Sunday.
Yeah.
What do you do on Sunday?
He's at the flea market.
Oh, that's right.
How's
I
that
forgot
going,
about
man?
That. How's that going now?
5:30 flea market. It's winter time, so it's kind of slow.
Slower.
Nobody
All
wants
right.
to. be outside.
So what? It's 5:30 flea market. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Right now, where is it at?
Whitehall, Arkansas.
Whitehall.
That's
Okay.
what's
Is
up.
it on? What's the address?
I'm not sure.
I appreciate the people that look. Wow.
Is it in your GPS?
Don't you pay bills on that
It's not.
space or something?
Oh, that's a busy man right there.
Uh-oh.
That's a busy man. So what kind of? How big is the flea market?
16 acres. We got the biggest flea market.
Shut your
huge, man.
face.
16 acres. That's a lot of flea market.
It's like a
bro.
Walmart.
Yeah.
It's way bigger than that.
It's a Dollar General.
Well, the whole 16 acres
huge,
is
man.
not
Max.
used as a flea market right now. But it's,
Oh.
it's capable of it.
Yeah, but you got a bunch of booths, a bunch of people up there.
Yeah, we got over 100 booths up there.
Wow, that's great, man. I've never
yeah.
flea marketed there. I've gone to Pickles Gap and
Oh, yeah,
love
yeah,
Pickles
yeah.
Gap.
Pickles Gap's a
up
little
there,
gym.
but we need to make a haul to Whitehall
Yeah,
That's-
and
come on
check
through.
that out. Huh?
Come on through. Springtime, it'll be popping.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you have do you have more people come up and do booths when the weather warms up?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
Freeze.
so by the time mid spring is out, how many booths do you think you'd have then? 150,
We're capable of around 120
120.
people
Okay.
sitting next to booths and open
Yeah.
spaces and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Now, what kind of? I'm sure you have everything, but I mean, furniture. You got all kinds of
They've
furniture.
got furniture, clothes, toys. We got tables, booths that are
Knickknacks.
nothing but little
Wow.
toys for kids. I mean, candy, freeze-dried candy.
Do you have a lot of vintage collectibles?
That's
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I
there's,
was like, what's
there's
going on
always,
over there?
My bad.
There's always some antiques out there.
Yeah, so
One
they have
person or another.
antiques. They might have antique toys, comic books, records, things like that. I guess.
Guns, anything you want.
Gun.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just swing by there
They
this
sell it
summer.
all.
oh. Wow, Whitehall it is.
Absolutely.
go to
Whitehall
Whitehall,
is. Let's
check
go
it
to
out,
Whitehall.
Yeah, Whitehall sells
Seriously,
it
I can
all.
load up some
We need to
toys.
do a.
There's a guy out there sells them toys too.
I ain't buying those toys from a flea market. I
That's
promise you
kinda-
that.
that's
I don't
kinda
care if they
old.
come in the box,
That's
Oh,
funny.
but I ain't getting those.
Oh,
You got them roses,
oh,
roses and rabbits.
Only used 3 times.
oh, man.
A rabbit.
No.
Does he have any
try it out real
silicone
quick.
toys like the
Washed off.
robots like we were talking about earlier?
Yes.
The girlfriends.
They have all those.
He says he has all those.
Y'all, we are going to Whitehall
What-
Sunday.
Tell them again what the name of it is.
5:30 flea market.
5:30 flea market.
That just
in
rolls off the
Whitehall.
tongue.
It does,
It
man.
does.
5:30
Yeah,
flea
come out
market.
there and check that out, man.
Need a
What
commercial.
else is going? What's going on with Legion today? Where y'all at?
Man, we are in Kentucky, Russellville, and Conway.
Y'all are in Kentucky?
Oh yeah, they go all over.
They go out of the country. and
Grand
stuff.
Rapids.
Yo, this just shows you how limited of a market scaffolding is. Like as far as you've
How
got
many
you,
providers
yeah,
there
how
are.
many
No, you're
providers there
right.
are. That's fantastic.
No, you know what I did learn because I spent. That's how I met them. Is I spent a year working with them at a different organization, helping them launch the scaffold side of it, and it's shocking how few providers there are. And not only that, it's more. It was more shocking to me to find out how many providers are competent and versus
Bruh.
not.
Right.
Because you better be damn careful when you get
Yeah,
scaffold.
there's no
Man.
joke.
Yeah, let me
There
tell you
is
something.
no
If your
joke with that.
scaffold moves, something's wrong.
Man, I used to be a
Yeah.
bricklayer, and we used to work on some shoddy stuff, and you walk. Man, that's the worst feeling when that stuff starts
No,
to
I
move.
mean,
If you
Yeah,
were
it's not
putting
supposed to
a
happen.
No, that's not
ladder,
supposed to move at all.
if you were latching a ladder or lashing a ladder to the side of the scaffolding, you're doing it wrong.
no, there's no.
I mean, I've done that.
No Velcro or duct tape
No,
that's gonna.
no
No, that's
monkey
not
harness.
What it is.
No, yeah.
What do you think? You know, I mean, you've seen bad scaffolding put up. I mean, it's. I mean, it can be really dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
Man.
Yes. If you're not careful, you'll kill somebody real quick.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It's one of the, you know, I'd worked in a lot of industries before, but I'd never worked in an industry where a safety rating was such a huge thing. And I know that Legion has a very,
I love
very
scaffolding.
high
You
safety
have to,
rating.
man, to have a good business.
Yeah. No, I mean, but it matters.
Yeah. Nobody's
You know.
going to get you if you don't have it.
No, but you know what I love about them is they came up, both of them, he and Adam, as you know, started out in scaffold building.
Right.
And they just worked their way up until they became
Top
so
tier.
good at their craft that and now here they are. You know, I mean
Awesome.
that's really true, isn't it?
Yes,
I mean, how long
it
did
is.
you? How long were you building scaffolds?
I built them for 20-something years.
Yeah, that's
We've
a
been doing it
long
for
ass
20
time.
25 years is what me and Adam have in it right now.
25 years
awesome.
in scaffold. I mean, nobody does that anymore. Nobody does 25 years in anything except prison.
Right.
You know,
That's life.
I mean, that's facts, man. That's
That's
amazing,
right.
really.
Yeah, if it comes to scaffold, either you love it or hate it.
Yeah,
love
I could
scaffolding.
see that. I could see that. It. I mean,
God,
it
it's
is
so fun.
probably hard work in some ways. It's certainly a time-consuming work.
Yes.
You know, because you have to do it right, and everything has to be done right, and so it does take extra time to do it that way, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
And if you miss one thing, you got to deconstruct back to a certain level
Yeah.
and
What,
restart.
what would you say if you were just talking to people out there who were thinking about scaffolding? What's the reason to come to Legion? I guess is what I'm saying versus someone else. Obviously, I think we're the best as far as safety goes, but beyond that,
Well, so Adam takes it out of the park with the drawings. He can give you a drawing of show you what you're getting. You can give us pictures of your building, and he will overlay the scaffold onto those pictures.
That's awesome. Showing you what
show
you're going to
exactly
get.
what you're going to get, where you're going to get it.
yeah.
So that kind of takes it out of the park. 'Cause
That
there's
really
not
does.
anybody else
Yeah.
doing that.
No, that's pretty amazing, actually. Man, I know this.
Prep
You know,
work makes the dream work.
I never realized until I started working with Adam and Kerry when I helped them at the other place how complex scaffolding is. I mean, it is not something simple. It's not like putting Legos together.
No,
Now,
You got to
Adam's
walk
old-
on them.
no.
Adam's old saying was, "Make it plan, or you can plan to fail."
There
Yep.
you go.
That's it. Work your plan or plan to fail. That's right. Man, thank you for sharing that. And if you need scaffolding, listen, these guys have been amazing for us. We're so thankful to them. We're so appreciative of Legion for everything and just for the friendship too. But if you need something, please let them know, especially if you're in construction, you're thinking, hey, I might need scaffolding on this job coming up. And you do a lot of non-traditional. Like people think of scaffold, they just think on the outside of a building, and that's true. They do that. You know, you've done it downtown on antique buildings that are historical, where you have to be careful where you don't damage them. But you also the side of under bridges, dams.
Yep.
I mean, these very large scale industrial applications. I mean, I've seen scaffold used in some pretty wild situations.
Yeah.
Or as tame as You might have a church with a giant ass ceiling, and you need someone to come in and change the lights out because you didn't make the aisle wide enough for a lift to get down it.
Yes.
So you got to build scaffold to
And
get
that's
up
all
there.
y'all.
Well, and it's a lot of them houses now, they have 12-foot
Man.
ceilings.
They sure
Like
do.
that.
18-foot
Yeah.
foyers.
Yeah.
When you build a house, think about that, because when you change the lights, you're going to have to call us to come build a scaffold
No,
just to change the lights.
Straight up.
I just sold a house, and I think those ceilings were 20 feet. I'm not
That's crazy.
exaggerating. And I was like, I thought about it. I was like, yep, changing that bulb, you're going to have to get help. Because
Yeah, they don't make the grabby thingy long enough for that
No.
shit. Like, it's just
Yeah.
not.
There's no
You,
20-foot grab.
nah, bro, and you're not gonna have enough torque on that motherfucker.
No,
No.
that's for sure,
That ain't
man.
gonna work.
Yeah, we had folks as CCI using our scaffolding on jobs because they were coming in and changing out lights or light fixtures or whatever, and they didn't have scaffolding to do it, so they used ours.
Wow. Wow. Well, if you do need scaffolding, and I'm sure somebody out there does, maybe you work for a company that uses it. Hey, consider Legion. Go tell your boss, hey, why don't you call these guys? They're cool people. And you want to work with cool people, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Or do you want to keep working with chodes? It's up to you. I mean, hey, you do your thing. You know, whatever.
Chodes are
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, chodes are back. All right, everybody. Listen, as always, thank you.
I'm
to-
just reading our comments.
I
I'm
know, they're all
sorry.
insane.
Good God.
Thank you to Amanda. From
Thank
the break
you to
room.
Patrick.
What's going on? Nothing today at the break room, but tomorrow there will be, right?
Nothing today at the break room.
What do they just go online to breakroomlr.com
Mm-hmm.
and set their appointments to come in and break shit.
Yeah, that's your best bet. Don't try doing that before you call me.
How many times have you played the Limp Bizkit song "Break Stuff" while it was going? Yeah,
It
that-
dominated my 2024 Wrapped, Spotify Wrapped, to the point I couldn't even share it. I was like, people are gonna think I'm like a divorced dad or something from the
That's
fucking
great.
90s.
That's great.
But yeah, I won't even play it now. Like I won't even play it
it's not
now.
on your
I
playlist
refuse.
anymore?
Hell no.
We don't have that.
Hell no. Luckily, I've had a lot of diverse people come through, and so I've gotten to build up
Your break.
my hype and hip hop and rap repertoire
Yeah.
for things. And hell, I had somebody come in this weekend and play Dirty Diana.
Oh,
That's a great
It
song.
really is. It's a fantastic song, and I hadn't even thought about it for that
Right.
purpose. But he wanted it for the dun 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 dun, dun
yeah.
the beats.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's supposed to be something loud and fast and hard and angry, and it doesn't. I
I like to
mean,
play Bad Blood when I do it.
like Taylor Swift's Bad Blood.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's what I want to do.
That tracks.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
man.
That tracks. 100. It really
I'm a
does.
Swiftie. You didn't know?
I knew you were a Swiftie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just been keeping it hidden.
Can I do a little plug that has nothing to do with the break room?
Okay, I'll give you latitude. Go ahead.
So, Arkansas Regional Innovation Hub, they are taking applications for a free 10-week skills to launch training program for machinists, welders, and HVAC techs.
Really?
Yes, it is a 10-week training program. It is offered on full scholarship. It is fully paid for by the funders for Arkansas Regional Innovation Hub, which if you've never been there or done anything, it's tits.
I'd love to know more about
It's
this.
so amazing,
Can we
but
get one of their representatives?
I'll see
to
if we
come
can
talk
get a
about it?
rep over here, but it's amazing. Yeah,
So
I'll
you
reach
go
out to
for
them.
this training, and then they have job placement. I'm
Yeah,
guessing.
yeah.
Like welding.
Yeah.
That's
support.
great.
HVAC techs, and so you're getting all this stuff. You're
that's
not
good
having to
stuff.
pay for it, and then you get trained on a trade
Yeah.
and get a good job. I mean, or at least get plugged into some place where apprenticeship and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, and
We
you
all know
know,
somebody needs that job.
no shit. Yeah. So get with me, holler at me. It's on their Facebook. I'm sharing it on mine. I'll see if I can get somebody to come talk about it.
And
But
Chad is starting a similar thing, but it's for OnlyFans.
OnlyFans?
Stars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to teach you how to be an OnlyFans star.
Yeah, he is.
no, I'm
I'm already subscribed.
yeah,
kidding. Subscribed yesterday.
Kerry signed up for the 12-week program.
Chad, what's going on? You're not open today,
No, I'm
right?
closed today. I'll be back in the shop Tuesday through Saturday.
If they want to set an appointment, they do it online.
Do it online. You can text me 501-269-5148. That's my cell phone number.
Please don't text Chad Cooter shots.
Oh my God,
Please do.
please.
Please stop.
No, don't.
Forward them to all four of us.
Kerry will take them. Yeah, Kerry,
I mean, yeah, we can get that on the group chat, right, Brandon?
oh, God.
God, here we go again.
This is the next contest, y'all.
We need a
got
Google
4
phone.
judges right
Yes. Oh, I love it.
Send your pictures to Chad.
I'm the DEI
We'll all
judge.
judge them Friday.
Wait. Take my number out this equation.
All right, people.
He's
And
accepting
put
big
Brandon's
pictures.
in. Brandon, are you down to be on this group chat?
Yeah, he's down. All right, everybody, we got to get out of here.
Peace.
Thank you for being the best audience in the world. We'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Love you. Bye.